Hello, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. I am Nana Tufo-Boateng, your host, or one of your hosts actually, because Philip Nilate and Chris Carter will take over and run you through the community segment. But thank you so much for joining us. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, and it's a pleasant duty to be here to serve you the best breakfast on television. This morning, I came bearing gratitude. I came bearing thanks. Yesterday, I took a trip around the sun, 365 days clocked, another year added to my age. And I want to say thank you to God Almighty for his many blessings, his favor, his grace, and his mercies upon my life. It was a wonderful day. But of course, the biggest blessing was the fact that I am here, I am alive, and I saw the day. I say this with a heavy heart, of course, because we continue to extend our condolences to the family of the legend Charles Kojofosu Daddy Lumba, with whom I share a birthday. If he were to have been here with us, he would have celebrated his 61st yesterday. And so I am grateful to God Almighty to be alive, but a few people that I need to say thank you to as well. I mean, the family here at Channel 1 TV and City FM, absolutely fantastic family. You guys were awesome yesterday, and I'm super grateful to you. Thank you so much, everyone from the top all the way down. I'm super grateful from management, production, technical programs, newsroom. Oh boy, you guys were amazing yesterday, and I cannot thank you enough for making my day as wonderful as it was. It was an outpouring of love from everywhere, and I cannot say thank you enough. Now to you out there who sent me well wishes, who prayed for me, who spared time to say a word of prayer for me, those who were posting, reposting, sharing on social media, boy, it was overwhelming, and I'm super grateful to you. Now to my blue skies on a rainy morning, the sunshine in the thick of the clouds, the only peace in Gaza, the one and only Martina Entry Boateng, the love of my life, my beautiful wife. That was a pleasant surprise, and I loved it so much. And I want to say thank you. I want to pray that the good Lord will bless you. May he keep you. May he restore you. And may he engrace you to continue being the amazing human being that you are. Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone. In fact, if I haven't replied to your message yet, don't worry, because the messages are still coming. I have a backlog that I need to clear. But of course, you can understand that in as much as we are celebrated, we need to work as well. So thank you so much. Keep the messages coming, and I'll find time to respond to each and every message. God bless you so much. I am super grateful. Now, in the spirit of appreciation, I want to say thank you to all sponsors, all partners, all supporters, all patrons, all participating teams in the City Business Olympics 2025. An awesome day it was at the Eden Heights Sports Complex on Saturday, the 27th of September, when over 50 companies came together to compete, to network, to build their teams. And boy, what a day of sporting fun, what a day of sporting activities it was. I mean, those who were threatening and daring others, they saw their face at the last minute. Those who also came to win won. And those who came to dance came to dance. Those who came to exercise came to exercise. And I want to spare a moment to say thank you to all of you for being part of the City Business Olympics. Wonderful day. And we say thank you to everyone. The City Business Olympics 2025 was brought to you by City 97.3 FM and Channel 1 Television in partnership with Side Hustle. I want to say thank you to Side Hustle. It was proudly sponsored by UMB, Universal Merchant Bank, UMB, and Eden Heights. I want to say thank you to UMB, thank you to Eden Heights. And then, of course, we were supported by Bethel Logistics, that's Bethlog, Dampon Healthcare, and Hallmark Cafe. Thank you to Bethel Logistics. Thank you to Dampon Healthcare. Thank you to Hallmark Cafe. We're truly grateful to you for your support to put together the City Business Olympics 2025. it was with you that we were able to achieve this huge success of a sporting activity, which happens every year, of course, the last weekend of September. And so if you are unable to participate this year, start lacing your boots, get ready to join us next year. And we beg you, once we announce it, please call in, register and pay, secure your slots early so that we don't run out, so that you have an opportunity to participate in the City Business Olympics 2025. So once again, thank you to Side Hustle. Thank you to Universal Merchant Bank UMB. Thank you to Eden Heights. Thank you to Bethel Logistics. Thank you, Dampon Healthcare. And thank you, Hallmark Cafe. Now, GCB, don't worry. You see, the rules do not allow us to participate. That's why GCB is able to do what they do. If we, the organizers, are able to compete, GCB, Charlie. But yeah, we want to see you again next year. So join us at the City Business Olympics 2026. We're lacing our boots for the 2026 edition. So we look forward to seeing you. All right. Now get onto the Google Play Store, download the Channel One News app, and have access to the news on the go. It is relevant, it is timely, it is factual, it is accurate. All the information that you're going to see on the Channel One News app. So go onto the Google Play Store now, download onto your Android devices the Channel One News app, and get all the relevant information. Business, showbiz, entertainment, current affairs, politics, sports, just name it. We have all the filler, all the news as accurate as you can get it on the Channel One News app. So download same, and together let's explore the news. All right. Now let me take you into the newspapers this morning. The Daily Guide newspaper has on the front page a picture of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and a picture of Haruna Idrisu, the education minister. And the story says, Bawumia, Haruna lead NPP NDC race. Bawumia, Haruna lead NPP NDC race. GES fires Randy. Okay. GES fires Randy assistant headmaster for fondling students' breast. I was going to go ballistic on this matter this morning, but you know, I'm still in the birthday mood, so I'm giving thanks to God and keeping my cool. I was going to go ballistic on this headmaster. How on earth? Like, what type of mass is forming in your head and serving as a brain for you to engage in this? How? Birthday mood. So let me calm down. But kudos to the GES for being swift with this action. Oh God, for all my brothers with daughters, may God strengthen us. Because Charlie, hey. Anyways, let's move on. GES fires Randy assistant headmaster for fondling students' breast. Kolebu acting CEO to pay 113,000 Ghana cedis judgment debt. Menchia names new Asante Hema this week. And then, of course, the announcement by the Daily Guide is that Daily Guide resumes Saturday publication. So this weekend, you should be able to get your Daily Guide newspaper. Now, let me jump off to the Ghanaian Times. Temampakadan Railway Service bounces back. GRDA begins operations tomorrow. Temampakadan Railway Service bounces back. GRDA begins operations tomorrow. That's the Ghana Railway Development Authority. Begins operations tomorrow. All right, that's on the 1st October. We're expected to see the Temam to Mpakadan Railway Service active and operational. All right. Ghana risk family planning gains over unsecured funding mechanism. Ghana risk family planning gains over unsecured funding mechanism. That's according to Dr. Akoriya. He's the DG, Director General for the Ghana Health Service. Assistant headmaster suspended for alleged compromised position with female student. I like the fact that Ghanaian Times is being diplomatic with their choice of words. It's okay, it's nice. The man was misbehaving, he was fooling. Okay, it's morning TV. Let me keep my cool. Address systemic inefficiencies, financial leakages before requesting adjustment. Consumers tell utility service providers. Address systemic inefficiencies and financial leakages before requesting adjustment. Consumers tell utility service providers. That's the front page of the Ghanaian Times. Let's check out the back page real quick. Mandatory immunization for dogs, cats effective January 2026. Mandatory immunization for dogs and cats effective January 2026. Then you have 10 solar-powered boreholes installed to support irrigation in the north. So that's the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Where next? Let's do the Chronicle. Chronicle says, who told lies about missing ECG containers? MD confirms all of them have been found at the port. Who told lies about missing ECG containers? MD confirms all of them have been found at the port. Bukom tragedy. Nigerian boxer's death could have been prevented. That's according to a report. And then you have KGL Group's Alex Apaudade champions PPA to US audience. Let's take a look at our scripture for today. Proverbs 13:5. The righteous hate what is false, but the wicked make themselves a stench and bring shame on themselves. The righteous hate what is false, but the wicked make themselves a stench and bring shame on themselves. So that's the front page of the Chronicle. A host of sports stories on the back page, so you can grab a copy of the Chronicle and get the details thereof. Daily Graphic, not Daily Guide. We've already done Daily Guide. Daily Graphic is next. Ghana has too many districts. It's counterproductive. Professor Ahoy warns. You know, Professor Kwamna Ahoy, the local governance expert, is the one speaking here. And he says Ghana has too many districts and it's counterproductive. But Professor Ahoy is chair of the technical committee of the Interministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization. That's a lot, but yeah, that's what it is. Professor Kwame Ahoy, chairman, technical committee, Interministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization. And he says Ghana has too many districts and it's counterproductive. Get Fund disburses 4.3 billion cedis to support educational activities. Get Fund disburses 4.3 billion cedis to support educational activities. 52,492 senior high school placement cases resolved. 52,492 SHS placement cases resolved. Dialysis, sickle cell treatment free. That's the CEO of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital telling the Public Accounts Committee. Dialysis, sickle cell treatment free. Kolebu Teaching Hospital CEO tells PAC. That's the front page of the Daily Graphic. On the back page, Education Minister receives report from PTA Guidelines Committee. Education Minister receives report from PTA Guidelines Committee, and you have 1 megawatt solar power plant starts at Dowenya. 1 megawatt solar power plant starts at Dowenya. So that's the Daily Graphic. I'll bring you some business stories from the Economy Times. Government to rake in $270 million for the next year from Ahafo Mines as it pours first gold. Government to rake in $270 million for the next year from Ahafo Mines as it pours first gold. 76 new FDIs recorded in first half of 2025. A surge of 382%. 76 new foreign direct investments, that's FDIs, recorded in first half of 2025, a surge of 382%. Target IDA for cheaper loans. World Bank advises, recommends policy direction for growth. Target IDA for cheaper loans. World Bank advises, recommends policy direction for growth. That's the front page of the Economy Times. And so now let's go online. Let's go check out some of the stories online. I'll start off from channel1newsonline.com. channel1newsonline.com. Let's see some of the stories which are online and what they are saying. Let's find out what Channel 1 News is leading with this morning, Tuesday, September 30, 2025. Canal Plus deal won't lower DSTV prices anywhere in Africa. That's according to Samuel Nete George. He's the Minister for Communication, Digital Innovation and Technologies. Digital Technology and Innovation, rather. And he says the Canal Plus deal won't lower DSTV prices anywhere. Yesterday, after his press conference in the afternoon, he joined Bernard Avle here on Channel 1 TV for the point of view, and a number of stories came out of that interview. And so these are some of the stories as captured on channel1newsonline.com. Canal Plus deal won't lower DSTV prices anywhere in Africa, Sam George. I know some people are looking at my face. They're expecting me to say Canal Plus. It's French, Canal Plus. All right. DSTV value boost will win back old subscribers. That's again Sam George speaking there. And then you have past DSTV promotions were short term. New offer different. Okay, so I think it's in response to the argument that bumping you onto a different bouquet is something that DSTV has already been doing. And so there were questions as to what is new regarding the new price offer as announced by them. He says that past DSTV promotions were short-term and this new offer is different. Recall that he has announced that subscribers will enjoy between some 33 to 50% extra value following that stakeholder consultative committee engagement and, of course, the agreements that they had come to. So these are some of the stories from there. Now let's move on to other stories. This one says, we did due diligence before onboarding partners for gold for oil. This is according to a former Bost MD, Edwin Provençal. He's a former managing director of the bulk oil storage and transportation company, Bost. And he says we did due diligence before onboarding partners for gold for oil. It's a direct response to, if you like, the report's findings as released by Imani Africa, if you like, questioning the transparency and, of course, accountability bit of the Gold for Oil program. MultiChoice gave DSTV subscribers more than expected. Well, the minister had earlier demanded a 30%, and now we are being told that there is a value offering that is between 33 to 50%, then clearly it's a gain. We see how that translates into actuals. Okay. Ken Crunchy is here. The story says Ken Crunchy sues government over oral. Go online, you get the details there. Ken Crunchy sues government over oral. DSTV subscribers in Ghana to enjoy 33 to 50% extra value. That's according to Sam George, and that's what I mentioned earlier. This was announced during his press conference early in the day yesterday. Coalition of unpaid newly posted teachers to protest September 30. That protest, we understand, is taking off today. Some newly posted teachers say they have worked over 8 months and are yet to receive any allowances or salaries. And so they are hitting the streets today to demand payment of these arrears. MultiChoice subsidizes Zappa decoders and dish kits by 50%. MultiChoice subsidizes Zappa decoders and dish kits by 50%. Parliament to resume sitting October 14. Beware of fake links. Ghana Armed Forces warns ahead of 2025 recruitment. I think yesterday they issued a statement announcing the recruitment for the year 2025. And so those who are interested should take advantage of same. But please beware of scams and fake recruitment schemes. Please. You would only have yourself to blame at the end of the day if you get scammed. GES fires KNUST SHS assistant head caught fondling student in viral video. And then you have Kolebu acting CEO given 90 days to refund 113,000 cedis judgment debt. So those are some stories that you can find on channel1newsonline.com. I'm jumping quickly to citynewsroom.com to bring you some stories from there as well. Mahama to engage CSOs on Galamsey on October 3. You know that the president, through his office and in a letter signed by his secretary, Dr. Callistus Mahama, has invited a number of civil society organizations to, if you like, engage on harnessing ways to end the Galamsey menace. We look forward to that meeting and its outcome. On the matter of Galamsey, we've done more in 9 months than was done in 8 years. That's Sam George. Ghana's per capita income to triple by 2050 with bold reforms. That's according to the World Bank. Galamsey threatens future generations, not just us. That's Eric Opoku, the Agric Minister, speaking there. Cross-border piracy. DSTV deactivates 1 million ghost boxes. That's according to Sam George. My goal wasn't to destroy DSTV, but to deliver value for Ghanaians. Sam George there again. Still on Sam George and that interview. DSTV's new offer to Ghanaians, unprecedented. Musa Dankwa of Global Info Analytics is here. And he says, Baumia far ahead. Kenya Japan needs a lot more to compete. Baumia far ahead. Kenya Japan needs a lot more to compete. That's according to Musa Dankwa. Afram Plains North MP backs government's plan to tackle DSTV decoder piracy. Former Bust MD rejects Imani claims of fraud in gold for oil program. So that's Oscar Provençal. He's the former managing director of Bust. He was speaking on Eyewitness News on 97.3 City FM last night. And then you have CSA warns public about AI-generated videos promoting fake investments and drugs. That's the Cybersecurity Authority. And this one is important. We've seen a number of them using presenters from Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM. You know our voices. What you are hearing does not belong to anybody here. In fact, if we're going to do any promotion, we have a television platform, we have a radio platform, we have several online portals. We will make it official to promote your how do you call it? Your investment schemes, your Bitcoin, your Forex, whatever. Please, we are not doing any such thing. So don't go and follow any video that pretends to be Bernard Avle. Don't go and follow anything that pretends to be Vivian Kailoko. Not Enosafo, not Umaru Sanda Amadu, not any presenter or host from Channel 1 TV or 97.3 City FM is promoting any Bitcoin, online Forex trading, online investment, nothing of the sort. If you go and follow and they fraud you, don't call us. Those of you who have been calling us, please stop it. Go to the police station and go and report. Thank you very much. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. We'll take a break here and return with a news review segment. Stay with us.
Habibi, my people, welcome to Dubai. My name is Sheikh Alkal bin Maktoum. Okay, so I am Caleb, right? Caleb Kuda is my name, and this is Beyond Borders on Channel 1 Television. We are in Dubai. So join me. Let us explore the allure, the beauty, and the reality of life and living it in Dubai through the eyes and the experiences of our compatriots.
Imagine 6 people, 10 people sharing a common room together.
If you're not chinampe, na complain there in the sense, why do you share one rooms now? It doesn't smell pleasant. Or haunting no complaints now be bring to the fair no tomb.
Dubai is one of the most organized, highly resourced, and well-endowed countries you would find.
You've been here for 7 months.
Yes.
Without a job.
Yeah.
How is it like?
So hard.
Tell me about it.
Struggling, renting and feeding is so hard.
Every frame per second of their lives in Dubai tells a story, and we've got it all captured right here on Beyond Borders, only on Channel 1 Television. So don't get told, don't miss out. Catch these compelling stories of Ghanaians in Dubai only on Beyond Borders on Channel 1 TV this and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. I catch you.
Beyond Borders is sponsored by Copen Hospitality.
In a nation full of questions, where truth often hides behind noise, one show dares to ask what truly matters face to face. With fearless clarity and a quest for accountability, host Umarusanda Amadou sits down with the movers and shakers of politics, governance, society, and business, confronting the issues that define our national conversation.
The party itself has said that whenever you are in opposition, you should choose flag bearers early.
So what you are trying to tell me is that you want somebody who is going out to come and select a leader for you. So the next person will come and say, but I didn't select him.
Direct victim of attack, violent attack.
Where and when?
The first one happened in Parliament. I was pregnant.
Now, for me, it was legitimized by a radio or TV station giving her a position to work.
So for you, take issue with GH1 and what and giving her the platform.
That is where the minority is. We are on them. We've asked questions.
President Mahama will be a mean president if he prioritizes only his children and DCP. He needs to demonstrate a Ghanaian government.
Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umarusanda Amadou on Face to Face as he digs deeper, challenges power, and reveals the stories shaping Ghana's future. Only on Channel 1 TV.
In a world filled with challenges, we all need guidance, hope, and a lifeline to anchor us.
This is Lifeline, and I'm your host, Fred Crunchy Mensa.
From social issues, relationship challenges, and family matters, Lifeline is here to inspire, uplift, and guide you on your journey.
Where we give you support, where we hold your hand through the valley and through the thick and thins of life.
Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensa.
I welcome you especially to Lifeline.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on Channel 1 TV. Let's walk this path together, strengthen our faith, our families, and our lives. Lifeline, because every soul deserves a guiding light. Tune in to Lifeline on Channel 1 TV and let's grow together. It's time to promote volunteerism, active citizenship, and patriotism in Ghanaian society,
where we shine the spotlight on the unsung heroes among us.
Today, we're not just launching a program, we're igniting a revolution of skills, dreams, and hope.
On Volunteers TV, we highlight and celebrate people and groups that are great examples to us all.
Every single region in Ghana, we're doing something.
Good.
So no one's being left behind.
Over 800 kids that come to school, so having an extra classroom, extra resources will be really, really beneficial.
If you're a volunteer, you are actually serving because you are giving up your time and resources for nothing in return.
Volunteers TV, Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Good morning again, and thank you for staying with us. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. I am Nanatu Boateng. Time to get into the news review segment and have conversations regarding some of the topical issues dominating the media space. To help me do so, I have Larry Dogbe. He is the editor of the Herald newspaper. I have Professor Michael Ayamga Adongo. He's a deputy CEO in charge of operations at the Environmental Protection Authority. And then I have Alhaji Kamaldeen Abdallah. He's a deputy national communications director for the New Patriotic Party, NPP. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to have you. Good to have you. Good to have you. So we're going to go straight into it. Yesterday, the big one came. The Minister in charge of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, Samuel Nati George, made the announcement. Subscribers of DSTV are going to enjoy increased value offering from between 33% to 50%. What does this translate to? Exactly what does this mean? That's what we seek to find out this morning. The minister mentioned a number of things. Prior to the engagement, he was demanding a 30% reduction in the subscription fees for DSTV. But yesterday, it appears that, if you like, they are bumping you up onto the next bouquet, but you're maintaining the same old price. It looks like it's the same arrangement he had with the telecommunication companies regarding data offerings in the country. Let me start off with you, Larry. With all that transpired, why are you running away?
Why are you running away?
Larry, with all the back and forth, the social media back and forth, and the stance of the minister prior to the setting up of this committee, were your expectations met regarding the announcements he made yesterday?
You know, this dawn. Sorry,
what's going on?
Yesterday was your birthday.
Indeed, yeah, yesterday was my birthday.
Okay. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Sure. How was the party?
No, the people said they were expecting you to bring some things, but they didn't see.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk after here.
Very well.
You know, this dawn, I had a very good laughter.
And
you want to share with us or you don't want to share?
It's a very expensive joke, eh?
Right.
Yeah, it's a very expensive joke. It's a very expensive joke. And I could see Sam George struggling. I could see him struggling. The initial, listen, the fact that DSTV is so expensive in Ghana is never in doubt. And long before Sam George's emergence in that ministry, people have been talking about it.
True.
I have spoken with people over this thing several months before, the NDC won power. And what they told me was that internet, the cost of internet and data is part of, the cost build-up.
Okay.
Also, as taxes, several taxes, being part of this. And that much as the DSTV people would want to reduce it, they are confronted by some of this, challenges. Okay. So Sam George's, advocacy, let me call it that way, to have this whole thing reduced price-wise, was something that people, got, fixated on. Hey, it's going to happen. Because then the back and forth between him and then the company.
And welcome it.
Yes, and people welcome it.
Yeah.
And what people were expecting was that the prices were going to, come down. The argument wasn't that he was going to give us additional bouquets. The argument wasn't that DSTV should consider giving additional bouquets for, the same value. That wasn't it. So, I mean, with all that big announcement, something significant, something major is going to happen. Okay? Only for us to be told this, that, oh, you are paying the same price. However, you're going to get, he calls it what?
Increased value offering.
Please,
Prof, let me come to you. I mean,
oh, really? Why are you pushing the
why is everyone pushing it?
He was my senior big boss, so I can't speak before him.
Well, Alaji, for the sake of the direct, let me come to you.
No problem. Let me take a cue from Larry's, submission and depart from there. But before that, let me say good morning to you and good morning to Larry. Good morning to Prof. And to all the viewers out there.
Right.
You see, you don't raise people's expectation only to disappoint them. From day one, I'm one of those who supported Sam George's, demand, because comparative analysis were made in other countries where DSTV is actually operating or serving people, and we came to a conclusion that we're shortchanged. Which Sam George's position was as well. Now, if that was the conclusion that we all came to, and you triggered it with a specific demand here referred to as reduction, as simple as that.
30% reduction.
Absolutely. Again, you backed it up with what? Threats.
Yeah.
And the threats were grounded under your communication law or electronic communication law. That's why when you pushed that there was no law, you actually cited laws from there.
Yeah.
That if the people feel they are not served well or they are actually shortchanged, you as a minister who is serving their interests ought to come forward to ensure that the people indeed are served and served properly. Now we all agreed. Look, every single person who had the chance of sitting on media, many of us supported Sam George's demand. Except for me, I only added a caveat, which caveat was that his approach was a bit harsh.
Right.
That me. You see, when you are going to deal with somebody who is enjoying monopoly, and you don't have, if you like, direct, alternatives. For example, if DSTV had other competitors in the market, that would have also been a fair deal for him to make such an approach. You don't even have. So they're enjoying the monopoly. What you ought to do is to employ the diplomatic way of negotiating.
Right.
Not trying to say, hey, it's me, it's this, it's whatever.
To muscle them out.
Don't muscle up. When you do that, the person is also going to stay put his position because he knows he has monopoly.
True.
And trust me, even if it is 2-5 people who are enjoying it in Ghana, there are people's interests who are served.
True.
Are you getting my point? So the person is going to say, even if I go, they are going to suffer. But I am also going to make the argument of other taxes and whatever within your environment that is not favoring me, which Larry actually alluded to. So I would have thought that you had a stance, they have a stance, your approach should have been that way of diplomatic way of approaching. Okay? Again, more so when it has to do with bilateral relations as well. DSTV coming from South Africa and Ghana also being here. Look, trade wars triggered a lot of issues.
True.
Well, we've all seen the tariffs war in the international market and all that. So even that could trigger some few seeming, disability between our relationship and South Africa.
True.
That is clear. Now, with considering all this, you needed to approach it with some amount of diplomacy, which you didn't do anyway. But we all, like I said, agreed to you that, look, we are being shortchanged. Nigeria here, people are in Ghana and their boxes are Nigerian boxes. That's a fact.
Yesterday he announced that
over 1 million boxes were actually have already been taken off. and trying to cite
Since a task force has been set to
however,
identify.
some more boxes are still in existence.
So there's a task force.
Deactivated by who?
By DSTV,
by
multi-choice.
Multi-choice. Deactivating
Nigerian boxes in operation in Ghana.
Trying to tell you that you cannot even get cross the border to get Nigerian boxes to enjoy their services.
The cross-border.
So the monopoly I spoke about.
Yeah.
You understand? Maybe within their indoor management rule, they also have a rule that you cannot have a box that is outside operating in a particular jurisdiction where they are in. Maybe, I don't know. I stand to be corrected. So all these factors ought to have been considered properly. And the minister, look, let me also tell my brother Sam George, talk is cheap. Trust me, talk is very cheap. You can do all the talking, you can raise your muscles, do whatever, but trust me, people stand on the law. Investors, when they come into this country, they look for fine lawyers. Engage them. They look for fine consultants, marketing consultants, engage them. They look for tax experts, engage them. That's a serious investor's approach. So when you come out with threats, they don't care. They also go into the back room and consult their people. What do we do? What's the way? So it becomes a battle. So you need an approach that, of course, will also put you on top notch. And you were lucky because the public were with you.
Yeah.
So all you needed to do was to water the ground properly with the public. Okay? Find a way of getting the public to issue statements through some, if like civil societies, saying that, look, our interests ought to be served, otherwise we are all going off your boxes. When they see that, they say, then it means these guys are serious. You didn't do that work. All you did was, I will take you off. NCA is going to take you off by 1 month. We're going to do this.
I think there were some sanctions.
Only for you to come last minute, sit down and tell us that, oh, your bouquet, when you pay 865 Ghana cedis, you are now going to enjoy more channels.
When in reality,
that's
we know
more
that
channel means the reduction.
But in reality, in Ghana, really nobody's watching those other channels.
I'm coming to that.
Or watching football.
My house. When I subscribe to DSTV, the best I get from is my kids watching cartoons. Because I don't even sit at home.
Right.
I'm traveling here and there. That's the best I may even get. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Either my wife watching Big Brother, whatever. Finish. That ends it. When you come, your best is to do your football. When there's a live match that you need to look at.
News.
So apart from that, when you coming to tell me now that there are going to be more channels for me, I don't even know what channels you are talking about.
True.
You get what I mean? So I think Sam George should take a cue from this. We, the young people in politics, coming up, with a greater respect, the exuberance should be checked. Don't try to do things to let your bosses feel you are working, only to disappoint them in the end.
Sometimes it's important to know if these actions have the blessing of the boss. Because you see, this was happening at a time where the boss, i.e. the president, was in Japan, Singapore, looking to woo investors into Ghana.
Good. So these are the things I'm talking about. You see, I mentioned bilateral relation between us and South Africa, because South African companies come here, our companies go there, all this exchange, you understand? And I also mentioned that indeed, the public is with you.
True.
And you needed to ensure that you carry the public along. Only for you now to come and tell us that our value is good. Is that what the public told you they wanted? Is that what we told you? We, the subscribers, that you were fighting for? Is that what we told you wanted? Extra bouquet, extra value? So I think Sam George should actually bow his head down. I'm going to be a bit harsh to him today. He's my good friend. Bow his head down in shame. For God's sake. He has not succeeded in anything. It's not an achievement.
Very well.
At all, it's not.
Very well.
And I would appeal to DSTV. In as much as you have raised issues, okay, also forward same complaints or whatever grievances you have to the right quarter, which is the minister. The minister will now go to cabinet to discuss whether or not they can ease some taxes for us. And then if the taxes are the problem and some other charges are the problem, if they can find a way out for us to get that reduction, it will be good for us. Otherwise, fine. We will see what we can do. But the good thing is that it is something that is born out of discretion. I may decide to subscribe, I may decide not to subscribe.
Indeed.
You get what I mean?
Indeed.
So if push comes to shove and we are not getting the reduction, we, the public, this is to DSTV, we will take our decision and advise ourselves.
Right. Thank you. Alaji, Prof, let me come to you. What we were promised was a percentage price reduction, not a percentage, if like value addition, as we are seeing now. Should we be disappointed looking at all that transpired before a committee was set up. I mean, for me, once that committee was set up, I knew that reduction wasn't going to happen. And like Alhaji mentioned, the comparison that was made between Ghana and Nigeria and what they were paying, we were not towing the same line, because if you check the facts, Nigeria actually sued Multi-Choice Africa to get the reduction. We were not suing. Yeah. We were actually, if you like, dictating or ordering. So I don't know what's...
It's because nobody is listening to anybody. Do you understand? Nobody is listening to anybody. DSTV is not listening to the consumers, okay? And then the government walking in should have gone there with serious demands and rally consumers, behind it. Do you understand? Yeah. I mean, the fact that DSTV is expensive has always been on the table.
Exactly.
We've all discussed
it's nothing
this.
New.
It's nothing new. And the fact that they are not giving you anything new is not news. They keep repeating movies upon movies, whatever it is. Sometimes you watch this movie, sorry,
I've been here times already.
Yeah. I mean, so.
And then the most painful one is when the clouds form and then it goes off.
Yeah, it goes off. It goes off.
Tell no signal. Always.
It goes off. Do you understand? The only thing they knew that they produce is football. So football is not in season.
I wanted to answer. Alhaji. I will take a call.
You answer to the Alhaji.
I'll answer to Alhaji. As long as Alhaji professor. Alhaji just came from Saudi, so I'm sure he can have the leverage to distribute it here.
He brought some dates.
He brought some.
the leverage to distribute Alhaji.
Okay. Right, Prof. I mean,
you see that I was extremely calm and listening to Senior Kamal and also Larry, and I have been extremely surprised by the turn of events. To me, Sam George is one of the smartest ministers I have come across in the last 8 years. I'm extremely honest with you.
Don't be swayed by talks.
No, I'm not swayed by talks. I'm not swayed by talks. I've been assessing students for the last 20 or 23 years or so, and I've never been wrong in judging somebody. And one of the things I have seen in Sam George is a combination of techniques. First, to identify a problem. Second, to bring it to light, to build momentum around the problem. Use a number of options, including threats, diplomacy, and achieving results. These are the marks of a smart person. Now, let's think about it. For a very long time, I have been mourning inside me that regulators, ministries were quiet in this country and consumers were ransacked. Take the telcos, for example. I wept anytime I left this jurisdiction, and then I came back and I just realized how much I was paying for this functional voice and data services from telecoms. It was business as usual for a long time until a certain Sam George appeared on the scene. No, that's not the yes. No, wait. Till a certain Sam George appeared on the scene and made it even a topical issue. That should be commended, because it was taken as normal that you can come and just say you are running a telecommunication and roll out a service that is dysfunctional, that doesn't even maintain a call for 1 minute, and you can still charge.
Alhaji, do you use the motorway? Prof?
I use the motorway a lot.
You know where Manette is?
Yes.
Try making a phone call around there.
I'm not talking about where that is. I'm just saying that it was like that. It was like that for how many years?
So it's not been solved.
Senior Kamal was here. We didn't even talk about it. That's the problem. So the fact that we are talking about it, and somebody has even brought the service providers to the table, and they have admitted and given something, even if it is infinitesimal, the admission that we deserve better is a starting point. And we must learn as a country to reward effort and to also take small incremental changes. Symbolic as they may be, they are very important. So I feel extremely disheartened this morning that Sam George, who has seen the challenges that the consumers face and has decided to be their champion, regardless of the complexities of the economic architecture, that makes it difficult for you to secure price reductions. Sam George is able to deliver results. Instead of applauding him,
that is where the challenge is.
Instead of applauding, were you talking about it as a journalist?
No, you see, it's the approach.
Did you host a program in the last 8 years, 9, 10,
Indeed.
about the services?
Indeed.
I'm only asking you.
Even
Look at the way we are talking about it.
From telcos,
people
from DSTV,
have suddenly become conscious of the poor services they are receiving.
You see, Prof, the thing is that we all support this price reduction.
So yes.
But it was the approach.
There was nothing with the approach. I'm going there.
So?
Yes,
Right,
let me
let's
go there.
Let's go there.
You see,
let's do with the approach.
Let me,
because you raise our hope so much.
If you know the concept of negotiation, nobody goes into a negotiation with one tool. It's all.
When you told we're going to get value addition. You're not told.
So that is where I'm also going to come, and I'll tell you why I'm surprised you are saying this. Value addition. What is a price? Okay, yes, let's go into economics price. What is
the
a
fee
price?
Paid for
what?
A product?
For
or a service.
A certain quantity of a product. So in reality, we say that if you get additional value, prices naturally must increase. Anytime you succeed in getting additional value at a constant price, or as a fixed price, in reality, we translate it as a drop in price.
Prof, you see, let's not.
No, I'm just telling you. I'm telling you something.
This value,
this value
may not necessarily.
When you were talking, I didn't
valuable
interject. I'm just telling you that let's look at value here. That somebody is telling you, okay, you say you just subscribe Premium Plus over the years, and I have been paying some significant amount for it.
You are in a position to pay.
No, I have always done so because my wife has a certain channels she watches, and I have certain channels I watch. And to have peace, sometimes I stay in the room and I watch my boring channels, and she's in the living room. Yeah, watching some channels with the kids. So yes, I do it. And for me, having to pay several hundred cedis less for an increment is serious money. So I can tell you that for someone who was at, let's say, a premium bouquet, moving into a premium plus, and he's dropping from, let's say, 1,000 plus to 800, and subtract the difference, that's 300 Ghana cedis. Is that not price reduction?
You are not dropping in prices.
No, you're not dropping in prices. You are saving. You are saving. So
but
that is equivalent to price reduction.
You have your channels you watch already. These other channels you have.
You don't watch them. Somebody is going to watch them. So that is the problem here. You don't watch them. Somebody is going to watch them. Somebody is going to watch them.
Let me ask you.
No.
Let me ask this.
This is
Prof. Let me ask this. What bouquet do you pay for?
A Premium Plus.
Okay. Do you know how many channels do you have in that bouquet?
That's why I say I just watch my fixed channels. I go news channels once in a while. I do sports. Why should I count channels? That's why it's called a bouquet. That's why it's called a bouquet. Which of you have ever gone to a buffet? Have you ever gone to a buffet and counted the number of bowls there? You start serving yourself. Don't go there. No, I'm very honest here.
Oh my God.
People are quick to point the apparent failings of Sam George without actually commending the effort. If we continue this way in this country, we'll be taken for a ride. I think that Sam George has achieved something, has gotten anyone who is gotten up today and is moving from the compact bouquet to the premium bouquet at a reduced price. Go and tell him that he hasn't got a reduced price. And you
Prof,
see.
I'll tell you what, there's only one band of subscribers who actually benefits from this. It's those on the family and below.
Yeah.
Because if you're on the family and you are bumped up to the compact plus or the compact, now you have access to
Was it free to do that?
No. So that is where the achievement
It's not free.
is.
So it's achievement.
So that is where the
I like the
achievement
word
is.
you have used. Achievement. I like the word you have used. Achieved. Achievement. You saw. Let's not sit here. Let's not sit
here. If you were
here.
on the family, then you did not have access to live matches.
You see?
Now you get them
190 or so.
Now it's not for us to interpret.
Exactly.
And make deductions
We're
as to
promised
where achievement.
percentage price reduction.
No.
And where is
it's reduction. It's reduction. It's reduction. It's reduction. Unless you want us to ignore the concept of what value is and what price is. This is serious reduction. It's serious reduction. Really? Because you can get value of a particular set of channels for less now. That's what it means. So if you sit here and tell me that that is not reduction, I'm struggling. If I were to teach my students this, I'll be fired. That if you are paying less for something that was more expensive, it's not reduction. It's what? No. You tell me it's what?
You are paying the same price.
Let's
for
look at this analogy.
Like some George or not.
Let's look at this analogy.
If people are watching us this morning
into a restaurant, I am demanding for rice and stew. That is what I crave for.
Yes.
You tell me that. No. Let's go. Tell me that look, you have paid 1 cedi for your rice and stew, but I want to give you wache with whatever fish on it. That is not what I want.
I don't even need it.
Is that funny?
We are adding banku.
You are adding banku.
We are adding a
asking for that.
We are giving you a
You see, but I don't need it. I don't know why you are doing it.
How you call it? Is it Tibani or Tibani?
You see,
everything is added.
That thing you guys.
You see, let's go this way. Let's go. Assuming they were selling one ball of, let's say, kenke for X price,
He will limit himself
and then
to-
you normally
to
buy
kenke.
2,
Yeah.
and because you buy 2, you have to do without the fish.
Yeah.
Let's go this way.
Yes.
And now the kenke seller is willing to give you that 2 fish, that 2 balls of kenke for the price of 1. You
Plus
can
fish.
afford to buy fish because you are paying less for that. You get it?
But no,
No, he wants to go food. Let's go food. No, that's what has happened. That is what has happened.
What is happening is that the kenke seller is giving you your 2 balls at the same price, but it's adding on fish.
No. That's not the
That's basically what it is.
No, you get a fish.
Yeah.
Because you are paying. Listen.
Yeah, because you buy 2 balls.
Yes.
Sure.
You can't afford the fish.
Yes.
Okay.
Now you are getting the 2 balls.
Yeah. And then what?
With fish.
Exactly.
And you say it's
Where's the
nothing.
fish
But
coming
the fish has a price. How much is the fish?
Where's the fish coming
Was the
from?
fish free? Was the fish free?
I have a medical condition. I like the kaboom. I don't want to.
Assuming that. Look, one thing about it, it could be that the kenke you are buying 2 were supposed to come with fish, and you were shortchanged.
Indeed.
Are you getting my
Yeah.
point? It could also be so. So you are still paying for the same value you are paying for.
Let me be very honest here. First,
there could even be a
Sam
reduction in the size of the kenke.
Exactly.
Sam
The size
George
of the ball.
succeeded in getting telecos
so Sam George has succeeded, that one there.
Increase the
Data offering.
data offer. Right.
Same strategy
Insignificant
has
as
been
it
used
is,
there.
Got DSTV to do the same. You are in the industry. If you are not in the industry, maybe you may think these are infinitesimal changes, but they are significant to a certain degree. You know, prices are rigid to a certain degree. That
Okay,
you
so
see this room.
Now we are going to the lecture hall.
Yes. No. Let me show you. Let me show you. You see this room. You see this room.
Right.
You see this room.
Right.
If you were to set up another table there with another set and you are casting, definitely the cost of this room doesn't change. Do you know that? What have you done?
I've increased the value.
You have actually increased reduced the cost of this room. Because that is actually maximizing what? The fixed
space.
cost.
Right.
You know, it is very difficult to reduce some prices when you have already
Like, I hope you're taking notes. Now we are in school.
incurred certain, some people call it sunken cost in there. You already incurred it.
Yes.
That's why some people will tell you prices are mostly rigid downwards. It is not very easy to get that. So Sam John knew very well that it won't be easy. And then he started his strategy by threatening a shutdown, looking for a price. He brought them to the table. He brought them to the table. He brought them to the table. Let me not tell you. No, he brought them to the table. Didn't he bring them to the table? No, Larry, stop. Just stop. Just stop. He brought them to the table. They agreed that at least we deserve something. And he made his argument that there's been some improvement in the economic environment, which we all admit there is. There is stability, predictability about the dollar to CD or CD to dollar, regardless of which way you are looking at it. There is some also improvement in the data pricing, largely due to his own intervention. Can you give Ghanaians a reprieve in prices? The teleco said no. He said, if you don't, I'll shut you down. Then they listened to him. That for me is something commendable. But you also said something.
Did they listen to him by reducing the prices?
Because of competition in the system. That's why the telecos listed.
They came, yes. Competition in the system.
DSTV matter has monopoly.
It's different.
The monopoly.
Listen, Prof, do you know MultiChoice also operates the Go TV?
Yeah, I know that.
There was nothing said about that.
I'm saying that, Sam George, if you were in this country and you are paying 1,100 for premium plus, and you have to pay 800 cedis today, go tell that fellow that
And
price
since
has not
this is my
reduced.
first time of
No,
hearing
Prof, you
someone
see, no.
defend
No,
it.
go tell that fellow price has not
How you are
reduced.
putting it is different from what
No,
has
no, no.
been.
It's not price
If you
reduction.
tell me that I was paying 1,000 and now I'm paying 800, it's different because previously I wasn't paying 1,000 anyway. I was paying my 800, but now you are giving me what is worth 1,000.
Now let me tell you what Sam George has achieved. It's not a comprehensive price reduction, but price reduction for some category of consumers, which is a step forward.
No matter how you take it.
I have something to say too.
Very
No, it's not a proposition. I want to speak. It is fact.
Prof has been on with Sam George's achievement, and I mean, I can't feel the achievement
At all.
Hey, yes, that's because you are middle class. You don't see it.
Oh, that's a good one. Middle class indeed. You know something? In this whole argument, there are two parties involved, or even three, if you don't mind. The policy maker, who is Sam George, or the government, and then the service provider, which is DSTV or MultiChoice. Now, and then the consumers here. The policy maker has spoken. Prof, why look at me like
Interrupted me, so you better say something like what I like to hear.
This is interesting.
Well, I'm a student.
You're not being cajoled or either push.
No, come on, it's okay.
I'm only yielding to him.
Now, we've had a policymaker talk. The consumers, as we are, middle class or lower or down there, we have spoken, we have reacted. We think that nothing has been achieved.
At all.
Okay? Now, we are yet to hear from the service provider. Because very often, I think that when this whole thing started, the policymaker makes statements, and then the service provider comes to dispute it.
Oh, but yesterday during the press conference, there were reps from MultiChoice Africa there. A question was put to him, same as you are raising, and Sam George actually asked them in front of the press that would there be a different stance after he's done with this communication, and they agreed that no, there won't be. So now there's that agreement.
Okay, but then now here we are as consumers. We are not happy.
What did you watch it?
What did you
criticizing?
No, I'm not criticizing. I don't need to watch. I don't need to watch. The fact that we are even reacting to whatever it is that they have presented to us. No, I'm even talking about, see, Prof, if you get me right, I'm even talking about the divergence in views. You know, the policymaker says this, and then the service provider will say a different thing. I'm sure that is what informed the joint, you know, what you call it, the press conference, if you like. But for even the minister saying that, you know something, would you depart from whatever I have said?
You see, let me tell you,
there's an admission in there.
Let me tell you another thing that you people are discounting.
Which is an
we
achievement.
are talking about ourselves. No, for we. I mean, I've been paying it for several years now. I never complain. Sometimes
no, people are paying, but they are complaining.
No, I'm not saying I don't feel the price. But we have been paying. There is one group of people who are going to appreciate what Sam George has done. There are a few people in my village, Kasalgo. In the market there are young people who have a small room with a television inside. Then they subscribe, and people go there to watch matches, and then they pay. So they use this dual view and multi-view. And today, this weekend, when they telecast matches, they are going to be paying less. That's what it means. They are going to be paying less for their subscription. That is a business for them. You are a city guy, you don't know.
In addition, they are not paying less.
Larry,
they're going to pay the same amount.
Larry, I'm saying that if they were paying, let's say, if they required 1,100 to get the dual view, to be able to screen the several channels they put in the viewing room and be able to charge something to fee. This time, if they have 800 Ghana cedis, they can get that.
Do you know the achievement that
do you dispute it?
No, I dispute it.
Do you dispute that
dispute it.
if they were paying 1,100 for dual view, they can now get, let's say, 800 for it?
How? How does that work? Was that what the man said?
What I'm saying is
he said we are getting additional bouquets on the same price.
Exactly. It's got to be bumped up.
You are bumped up to what?
To the next bouquet.
So that is
compact. You are being bumped up to compact plus.
How much do you pay for
I'm not sure what.
How much do you pay for the? How much would you have paid for the bump up?
But that is when I need it.
So you are not asking for it, but the village guy, you are not asking for it. But I'm saying that in the village, in my castle, good market anyway. Good morning to my villagers. They will be celebrating. They will be celebrating.
1 second. The good people of Kasavu want the price reduction so they can do the dual viewing of football. As you have mentioned, this football will be available on the compact.
They'll be happy to get the services.
Tell Prof that my good people in Akachi want to pay less.
Thank you.
Yes, for their bouquet.
Yes, they want to pay less for compact.
Of the bouquets,
and they will be happy St. George will achieve that for them. That is what we are talking about.
Exactly. It's what value. They say it's a bump up in value, and value translates into price.
I don't stay on
it doesn't matter how you analyze it. St. George may not have achieved everything.
Let's move on.
It's people who want St. George to be a failure. He succeeded. Let's commend the guy, please.
I know people who are subscribing to Netflix.
Yeah, a lot.
Okay.
Maybe people are moving to YouTube Kids.
Yes, people are moving.
He has made that cheaper too. He has made that cheaper too by making internet cheaper.
People are looking for ways and means that they can watch the Premier League, not necessarily on DSTV.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he has made it cheaper.
I think people have all manner of apps that they are watching. They are watching it. But Prof,
yes, the data of we understand that. We understand that.
So why do you condemn him here that he hasn't?
No, the argument what we are making, what we are saying.
If you say you wanted more, I will sit quietly for you people to talk. But to say
we wanted price reduction,
which he promised by bringing Suriname, all manner of places and so on, and said that how come they are paying 5 cedis for more?
Let's move on. Let's make progress on this matter. I'll take a few messages and then we'll move on to other matters. This one says they say same subscription price in Rua Bibri. Kofi Ima from Kumasi. And he goes on to explain that the best option is to bring us sports channels for us to subscribe. Then those in Rua channels to the other side for those who like to subscribe. The airtime or data he's talking about, the way the data drains these days is abnormal. This one says, good morning, and now why are we so happy on this DSTV reduction where only few people use that? What has happened to communicate?
There's no reduction.
He's asking what has happened to.
He's
asking what has happened to the communication service tax where every Ghanaian is affected. The CST. We had promises while in opposition, same minister, but good morning to you and your fellow panelists. My question is, did St. George reduce the tax government takes from DSTV before asking them to reduce the price? His government came to power and increased utility tariffs, and he wants to force someone to reduce their prices.
And wants to even increase more.
Him comparing Ghana and Nigeria, are the two countries using the same currency? The conditions provided by Nigerian government for DSTV is not the same condition here in Ghana. Don't forget the cedi has more value over Naira, so by all means Ghanaians will see Nigeria as cheap if price is converted. This one says, good morning, sir. This is the best deal ever. We'll be paying 59 cedis for over 100 plus, including sports channels. Let's commend where it is commendable. Okay. Good morning, Anatufo. Have you seen how Professor is struggling to defend the indefensible? Truth be told, St. George.
Which of the sports channels are we getting?
You leave them.
Go and watch rugby.
You know there are recorded matches. There are
I live there to watch ice skating. If that's what you want, ice skating.
Chaskele.
I like that one.
That's why it says, we the consumers applaud Sam George for his efforts, no matter the spin his opponents try to go. He's an advocate for the marginalized. Price goes with quality and quantity. Rex from Ashoman. Rex, I ask you this question. If the minister had succeeded in, say, negotiating for a pay-per-view, I pay as I consume, just as data. So if I'm home and I watch 1 hour of DSTV, I am paying for 1 hour of DSTV.
Yeah.
Instead of a monthly subscription where I may only enjoy 2 hours of the service. Would that have been better?
No, that would have been better. But you see, the point was that
was the challenge.
Yeah, no, a lot of things weren't put on the table.
True.
What he put on the table was
30% reduction.
sorry.
You see, that's where he punched himself.
Exactly.
So even organized labor at the beginning of the year, they go in for a demand. They put in a demand and then they negotiate and arrive at something. So the fact that Sam George started somewhere and got, no matter what it is, he started. And that's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing I want to see.
I'm happy you are citing organized labor.
Yeah.
Organized labor, making a demand before, the authorities. This one, it is the minister who,
on behalf of the people of this country,
on behalf of the people,
a minister who knows he's working on behalf of them.
We all supported him. And we all supported him.
And he's gotten something.
We are with you.
Something.
Okay.
Yes, he's gotten something. He may not have gotten everything, and I'm not sweeping that under the carpet.
No, but what he got wasn't what he was on the table.
Yeah, that's why they call it negotiation. You go in for negotiation, you get some. You make concessions and you get something.
Let's do some politics now. Let's do some politics now.
I thought you weren't going to do politics too.
Nobody for analytics. They've come out with a survey. They are polling that they do in the camp of the NDC regarding flag bearership race. They say Haruna Iddrisu is leading Asiedu Nketia Atu Forsen, and in the camp of the MPP, Dr. Bawumia is leading Kennedy Echapong. It's according to Global Info Analytics. Early days yet, or do you think some of these polls are necessary at this time to whip up enough enthusiasm ahead of the selection of a flag bearer?
For me, early days, misplaced sampling, and also unnecessary. Maybe to the MPP, yes, because they are
they have their primaries coming up next year.
January, and it's maybe useful to them. But I say wrong sampling because the NDC has a system of electing delegates. These flag bearers. And the sample Musa Dankwa is using now is not even near that one.
Really?
And also, the likelihood of the people he's listed as contesting, not contesting, is also high. It is not healthy for the NDC now to start having that debate and that discourse, because me sitting here as an appointee will feel highly uncomfortable to be talking about it. But yes, it's exciting the candidates that are emerging in the field there, because looking at the field the MPP is trying to select, any of the people mentioned in there have better track records, more cleaner records, and you have a field that is made up of one of the most failed politicians in the country, talk all the things, did nothing. You have a serial contract grabber in there who has always grab contracts and go to sit on radio stations to insult his opponents. You have another, let me say, state capturer who probably spend more time trying to buy all state assets at cheaper prices and so on. You look at the last government, that's my paper.
Well, you want to compare with
let me take a look at it properly. Yes, so if you look at that, it's more of the same. More of the same people.
He was your junior.
Yes. Yes, he seized my distance. Yes, that was very typical of Kamal too. So
he used to still seize your provisions.
So you realize that these are maybe some residual from the last government trying to do that kind of agrada Nana Agrada conversion that they have repented of their sins and the next day they are holy and they want to leave. In reality they should be going to a Sunday school, go for baptism, and that should take them 12 years to do. But let me just allow that to go. The people imagine on the NDC side, take Honorable Haruna Idrisu for example, is someone for many young people who come from rural areas, northern Ghana. He embodies their struggles, their vision, and other things that if you commit yourself to service, to stewardship, to leadership, and wait, your time may come. So if there's the chance for us to ever have a Muslim president in this decade, it's more likely to be Haruna Idrisu than any other person. So yes, good that he's emerging there. If you take the Honorable Johnson
National Chairman,
for example, some people say the NDC, he is the soul of the NDC. The grassroots love him. It's very difficult to separate General Asedi Ketia from the grassroots. You don't want to go into an election with him. And if you want to see the Rawlings kind of leadership where the grassroots had a say, they were very powerful and so on. The Honorable Johnson Asedi Ketia, General we call him, is an embodiment of that. And then
are you saying the grassroots now are powerless?
I'm not saying they are powerless. I'm just trying to describe his strength with the grassroots of the party, and that may come and do good for him. As somebody say, why don't you tell Haruna and General to talk and then close the deal? Because if these two come together, there's no contest again. But also there is the chief of staff in the Honorable Julius Deborah. If you know President Mahama very well and you look at the two of them, that is another person that embodies the vision of President Mahama, his calmness, his leadership and everything. So if you are in NDC and you have these people emerging, you just feel excited because it doesn't matter who eventually emerges, you have a very, very good candidate that can deliver victory. For those of us that believe in competence and reward for competence and delivery, the Honorable Kesili Atuforsen embodies that. So if I'm a young person and I'm in there and working hard to turn a mismanaged and crippled economy and I'm turning things around and I want to see whether is the country noticing it and is that launching me onto higher responsibility, the fact that Honorable Kesili Atuforsen is emerging also in the data is encouraging. But I've said that this is in no way indicative of who will win the primaries because the NDC has its time-tested way of selecting leaders, and you even know that they have the record of sometimes even defying their founder when it comes to selecting who leads them. So it's not like the other side. The NDC always get it right when it comes to selecting a flag bearer, and they will do that. But I'm happy that at this point in time, the field of candidates that are emerging, there are still dark horses that may emerge there. I'm thinking that if Eric Opoku is there, if he decides to throw his hat into the race, it could significantly disturb the field and bring up some surprises. If of course, if the Honorable Guzi Tano also emerges there, and he is someone I also feel if it comes to being a president, he has everything. He has everything it takes to also turn this country around. So the NDC at this point in time
has the men
who have integrity, who are proving that they can fix people's poo-poo and messes.
Right.
And they are telling this.
That's too graphic.
yes, it's too early, but that's what it is.
Too graphic.
That's what it is. This economy was in, I don't want to use the other S word, but that's why I went local. Yes, so they are delivering, and I believe that when the time comes, we will select this person peacefully by consensus, and he will have the support of
consensus.
The party. Yeah.
Very well. Very well. Alaj.
You see, I have maintained always that politics has to do more with perception than reality. And
the optics are key.
Pundits have always told us that 85% of politics is merely, or let me say, is always perception. So if you refuse to embrace perception in politics, then you refuse to be a good politician. I'm sure that is where Musa Dankwa is coming from.
Right.
Even corruption, which we all abhor and all fight, is based on perception. Even bias in court, where we go to seek redress, is also based on what? Likelihood of bias, perception, as it were. You cannot say in reality it is what it is. Therefore, as political actors, I have always maintained that let us not sweep under the carpet what you journalists do your research and come out to report on in your newspapers. Largely follow it. The probability of that becoming what it is higher than it's becoming what not it ought to be.
Right.
You understand? So the point I am trying to make, the point I am making here is that when he starts off by saying that wrong sampling, the NDC has a way of doing their own things and whatever.
I said
yes.
wrong sample. I didn't say sampling.
Well, wrong sample or whatever.
Right.
The NDC has a way of electing their leaders and whatever. Yes, it's true. He should go back into his own NDC. 1992 to date, you are likely to find someone who has been a polling station executive. We call them police, they call them ward executives, who had been a ward executive since that time till date. Some have even made it a family property. That myself, my wife, my whatever, become within this net. We are the leaders of NDC and will continue to be until death do us part. So if that exists in it, then it means that you don't have to what? Downplay what comes out as what? A finding by a researcher. Yesterday, I took to my Facebook wall and I wrote something. I said, yes, we have junk polls. However, political actors must always go against polls with scientific data.
Right.
Don't outrightly or sharply say that I have discarded what this person has done. The person might have done a good job. We have done it in the past and it has been inimical to us. We have supported some too and it has been bad to us. So also within your research table, do proper scientific data to counter whatever has come out. Now to the people that Musa Dankwa mentioned and put my brother Haruna in front. My brother says that all these men he has mentioned are men of integrity, men of good standing, and that when the NDC even defied their founder, and when the time comes, they will choose someone who is far better than someone who has run down an economy. Who has run down the economy? Even John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, is today the President of the Republic of Ghana again. After the mess he put Ghana through. Have you soon forgotten? 2016. Look at all the indicators in our economy. They were all porous. Under the stewardship of John Dramani Mahama. Even that person has been brought back.
To fix it.
To what?
To fix it.
To
because they say what you also left.
To fix what? The person who is his chief of staff today was the chief clearing agent for him. You forgot? No, I'm sorry.
Speak through to.
I am saying the person who is his chief of staff, who is a candidate, a possible candidate in this matter, was the chief clearing agent and has to date is still serving as the chief clearing agent. Have you forgotten of the gold recently? What happened at Gold Board, my good brother? Who cleared him? We know about that. Double salary saga is still lingering. People who have been mentioned there are beneficiaries of double salary.
Nobody in MPP should talk.
I am saying no. I see you. You have been very quiet.
Yeah, I was quiet. But you are going in trajectories that are not right.
I'm saying double salary saga is still lingering.
Economic data.
And people were mentioned. Today, we have people on your list who said that anyone who goes to court, the safest place to go and seek redress, quote unquote, is an idiot. Such people want to be presidents. You don't know them. You know them. If you want us to go on that tangent, we will tell you every person on your list and his character. Nonetheless, that is not what we are just speaking about. You see, when His Excellency the President came out to say to the whole world that I don't intend to seek another term again in office. This is my legacy term, and I'm going to make sure I work to it. For me, I thought it was too early for him to have done that, even though Akufo-Addo is on record to have also done that. But he did that at the tail end of his tenure. You understand? I was expecting that in order not to shake your own government politically, because it's a political party, don't declare early. Don't say anything. Let that perception be out there.
But your people were putting too much pressure on him.
No, it doesn't matter.
The minority actually accused him of scheming to go for a third term.
We did because we wanted to ensure that our constitutionalism is protected.
Very well.
That's why we did. That was our reason.
You even accused him of going to tamper with the constitution
I
so
am
that
saying,
you go for
I
a
am
third
saying
term.
that we It's not a yardstick. I don't want to interject. That is not a yardstick for you to say that I'm always. It's look. It is an unsolicited counsel I am giving to the NDC. I would have hoped that he doesn't do that early. I'm not saying what he did is wrong, but I'm saying that I would have hoped that he doesn't even do that early.
You pushed him to the wall, and I asked him why he climbed it.
He has done it.
So
I am giving you reason why.
Were you not campaigning that he's looking
when I land, you get me.
Yeah, you said it. Then you are saying, no, I was sitting here for
I am saying that.
You went there and campaigned. You went there and campaigned. Now you are saying he did it wrong.
We will know what it is. You allow him to pointed that out.
Two things made him to do that.
Kala is a decent politician.
Either to respond to the comments out there. Two things made the president to do that, in my view. One, either to respond to the comments made out there that there's a likelihood of he seeking another term. Okay? And the second one is to tell the whole world that, look, the seat I am sitting on is too hot. Very, very hot. If I don't indicate to the people that, look, I am not going for the next time, I will not have my peace to do my work properly.
Or maybe to show the whole world that Ghana is stable and the democracy is protected.
So, like I said,
so they can come and invest.
Like I said, after he declared that, then those who would be in there and having nurturing this ambition for some time will start doing their homework.
Alhaji, hold that thought for me. I'll come back to you on the challenges posed to the NDC by that declaration of the president. But let me take a quick break here. Please keep sending your messages in. I've seen them. We'll be reading them shortly after this break. This is Breakfast Daily. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
This October, Ghana's altar calls once again. After 7 unforgettable years, the 8th edition of Women in Worship arrives with a divine charge. Celebrating his faithfulness, minstrels Ada Ehi, Rabna Tommy Favored, Keepers Music, Ikriaserwa Bonsu, and many more will gather at Perez Dome on October 5th. Grab your tickets now. Regular 100 Ghana cedis, VIP 200 Ghana cedis plus beverage. Grab it online via Ego Tickets or www.eventpaddy.com. Short code USSD *713 *33 *30 hash. Or call ticket hotline 0248 810 396 or 0544 124 567. Tickets are available at Airport Shell, Hacho Shell, Bachana Toto, Perez Dome, and more. Sponsors, media partners. Powered by Quest. Women in Worship 2020.
Thank you so much for staying with us. You're watching the news review segment of Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. I'll go back to Alaji on his comments on the challenges John Mahama's declaration of not seeking another term poses to the NDC. But let me take a few quick messages. Dr. Bawumia will still lead the NPP in 2028 general elections. In the history of NPP, as a political party, no candidate has won the presidency in his first attempt. DMB also deserves another chance. Bawumia is the president of Ghana 2029, inshallah. And he has a hashtag, GBC. Give Bawumia another chance. And guess who? Yeah. Master planner, Julia.
He's a planner. I said the president's declaration or the president mentioned that, look, I am not, which we all know anyway, it was trite.
Yeah.
That he wasn't going to contest.
It creates
but of
room
course,
for the aspirants
for those who were nurturing their ambitions to actually start some work.
Okay.
And I'm sure it's on the back of that that pollsters will come out to say, let's go out there and get some sampling done, and then be able to see where the pointers or the directions will point at. Going by what Musa Dankwa did, I was not surprised, and I want to agree with him largely on that particular pose. Even though, yes, it's not static, it can change at any time, like Prof has put it. You understand? But the point is, if you look at the demography of voters within the NDC, in terms of their delegates nationwide, they are people of some particular descent. You understand? The question I want to ask, what is the relationship between some of these candidates with those people on the ground? You understand? How near, how close are they? That also informs it. You understand? And I've always maintained that Volta and the northern part of Ghana share some similarities, especially when you take the Oti enclave, running towards Dambai, going to Krachi, Nanku, Willensi, and all. They share a certain, commonalities. And all those commonalities inform some of these, outcomes. So I'm not surprised that Haruna is doing so well in the poll. I'm not surprised. You see, when you take Ashanti region, the last time I checked, when they used to get about 600,000 voters in the general election, all those areas, I was Nasara coordinator, and I worked in the settler communities. When you go to settler communities, it's either you see my brother Kusasi person, Mamprusi person, or the Gumba person, or Frafra person, or whatever. The northern guys who were there serve as the executive mostly and largely. When you go to Western North, places like Amenfi Central, Amenfi West, the same. I was there for a by-election around Amenfi Central. We went to a place called Mumunikam. It is largely northerners. A place like Tulimpine, largely northerners. And this is where NDC gets their votes. There East, where my brother Richard is a MP, that go there and see. Largely Dagabes, Kusasis, Frafres. I've traveled almost all those areas. So I wasn't surprised at all when I saw Musa Dankwa's, whatever. But nonetheless, it is not to say that that is what is going to be. You understand? We have now gotten to a point where we're all running our parties as a national party, irrespective of where you come from. You understand? Once your party say it's you, it's you. Now we are transcending, or we're going beyond this tribal or ethnocentric politics. Trust me, Ghana's democracy is going on that tangent. So one who is mentioned in there should not also listen to me and be complacent and say, these are my people. You'll be surprised. You get what I mean? Yeah. It may not be so as it were. Right. But maybe that has informed the outcome for now. And I believe that when they work on, that is their cup of tea, they work, and then we'll see how it's going to be.
I'm sure subsequent polls
going forward. Now, will come out. Once it's only NDC, it's not NPP. But on NPP as well, which your producer sent to me, we are yet to come to that one.
Yeah, let's deal with that. We'll put them together. Well. So.
And on PP as well, you see, it looks pretty much that the comment by the texter, okay, is what actually is the sentiment on the ground. That we have marketed this person. We have sold him to the people. Okay? Let us repeat him. It happened to Nana Akufo-Addo.
Akana.
Yes, of course. I so much believe in the Akana Impe. I so much believe in the Akana Impe. You understand? When the NDC got 44.something%, and even President Mahama as president got 44% around in 2016. You understand? They believe that Aka Sexpe, even though they didn't mention it, and they brought him back. The same way We also believe that, inshallah, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia Akanaipe, we are repeating him, irrespective of the competition now we have created. It is competition. It is politics. My only admonition that I want to give is that, look, let us know that we have a collective interest to serve after the contest. Let us believe that the party will all come back together and then hold it. We've gone down, we've walked this lane before. And after that, we are going to come back and then see what we do. It's sometimes not largely about the leaders. It's about we, the followers. What we say that is inimical to your party, eschew it. Avoid it. What you will say that will bring your party down, that tomorrow you cannot defend it, avoid it.
Yeah.
We don't sit here and then run down somebody, leave issues aside, and then go personally.
Yeah.
And even the personal you are going, sometimes it's even lies. Just to run down somebody because you think that can show up the support base of your person. But I think that nonetheless, the sentiment in MPP is that everybody is clamoring for us to repeat Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. And I have no doubt. Trust me, I say this without any equivocation. He is going to win a landslide. Inshallah, come 31st January 2026.
We'll see how that goes.
He's going to win by landslide.
I'm coming to you, Larry, now, but Rex from Ashoman says, it is strange Kamaldeen is talking about cobwebs in the cupboards of the NDC speculated aspirants. The NPP aspirants have already enumerated the 10 or 20 sins of each of them. So he shouldn't go there at all. Well, we won't go there. Idi Adam Osman from Larabanga says, Bawumia is the best candidate to lead the NPP to victory in the 2028 elections. The NDC won the 2024 elections with lies and promises they can't fulfill. Where's the 24-hour economy? Where are the jobs they promised? Double track, licensure, exams, supply of food to SHS through the buffer stock system is held. Okay, Edie, these are your thoughts. But Larry, I want to find out from you. See, from where you said this will be the first time in a long while that the NDC will be going into primaries, presidential primaries, without a John Mahama.
Absolutely, there's still a Johnson in there.
How do you see
Even
this?
a competitive primaries. This is the first competitive primaries.
Exactly.
First one.
First competitive primaries.
They are going to have.
That's not true.
Without John Mahama.
That's not true. We had
No,
Mills.
no, decided it.
No, I've had this argument before. We had Mills and then Kwesi Botwe.
Yes.
Was
one competitive?
Very, very competitive.
Yes. Mills
After
Botwe.
that, people resigned from the party.
Mills Nana Kunedu.
Yes, then Mills Nana Konedu.
The Funka Games.
Yes. It was also competitive.
Yeah.
So it was also
Yeah,
competitive.
my bet is the absence of John Mahama.
No, but I mean, that's not an argument to make.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Okay.
But I mean, the claim
That's
that
fine.
this has never happened before is never true. Kwesi Botwe Mills in Legon, you
No,
could feel
granted,
it.
of course. Granted.
Okay, and then much earlier, I think something happened with not the Swedro,
The Kufodua
one.
when
Okay, yeah,
Kufodua.
Kufodua was for the 2008 election. So listen, NDC elections,
But that had to do internal election.
Kamal, I'm coming.
Okay.
You know, NDC elections have always been competitive. Okay, and it's always interesting how the MPP takes sides, you know, and said, "Oh, listen, we think that this person, you know,
Believe me that they are looking for a weaker one to beat."
well,
Just like them.
you know, but I mean, come to think of it, the fact that Dr. Bawumia is going to win the MPP primaries is never in doubt. It's never in doubt at all. Maybe the margin is what we need to be talking about, but I mean, Kennedy can't beat Bawumia. Okay, Brian can't beat Bawumia. The margins will be.
Contest for 2032.
Okay, well,
They are contesting for who will lead the MPP.
You are here.
So they are putting themselves out
They are
there.
putting themselves out
So that they will be known
because
for future.
Bawumia wants to make the argument that Nana went 3 times, so he wants to go the 3rd time, so he has to stay in there.
Okay,
So you have to do 2028 and 2030.
Other to qualify to 2032.
So that is not. So that is
Brian
never.
Champon wants to make a stake, of course. He wants to go
Larry
on the-
to
Right.
Larry the one on the floor.
Let Larry.
That is never in doubt. What I have issues with, it's the NDC. 8 months or even less into your, administration, and you have forced the president to concede that, listen, he's not going for an election. You understand? I hear in Singapore where he made that, people were shocked that you don't have to say this at this time. However, there was a question preceding that.
The timing was wrong.
Back home, his chairman was virtually on his tail, granting interviews here and there, you know, and I mean, people hear things. I mean, you hear whispers on the ground.
Say how they work with Ghana Constitution, and you can't go more than
you get it.
So, you know,
I mean,
talk signals.
You get it. I mean, so more like forcing the man to admit, to declare. Again, then you, the same chairman moves on now to do, you know, an electronic. A video saying that promising that he's trustworthy, he's so and so, he's committed, all that and so on. People are like, hey, this is not the time. Indeed, I have even heard people asking, are there no elders in the party? Okay, I've heard people ask, are there no elders in the party to call this aspirant, you know,
those who are nurturing the ambition.
Yeah, exactly.
You think it's too early, too soon?
Too early, too soon. You had promised people a change, a resetting.
Yeah. Focus on that.
Focus on that and deliver. 2 years. I mean, people know that President Mahama will not go again.
Yeah.
So wait, maybe next year thereabout, then you can then throw in that, you know, some of those things, and then people will then hail you. What you're doing is like, you know, balls in the air.
That's what I supposed to always.
It's like balls in the air, you know, where you are struggling to catch a lot of them at the same time. What is the mandate you have? How did the, you know, what are people's expectation of you? Deliver on the mandate. Okay? And then you can then, after the mandate is delivered, the people who voted overwhelmingly for the incumbent president would be ready to even hear his voice that, listen, give the mandate to come out.
True.
Okay, but if you are not helping the man and you have abandoned the man and the man is out there, party chairman is here, you know, this person is there.
Talk.
You know that
weekend works.
You know that thing. You know, when you do that,
others are forcing.
Well, now, I mean, with respect to Musa Dakwe's polls, I find it very strange. Yes. See, NDC has this thing of electing its flag bearers.
Did you hear that? You just condemned me for saying it.
NDC has this thing of selecting its flag bearers. I mean, years ago, Jerry Rawlings was, you know, the most powerful person in that party. When it mattered most, like he said, people wouldn't listen to Jerry again. Now came Mills, Central. Okay? And the more the NDC brought him, the more his votes increased.
Yeah.
Said that, I mean, Jerry's words, where Jerry was just, you know, let's say, the guy who excites the crowd. That is on the side. Then comes John Mahama. That the ex-president, you know, described as what the future president, an ordinary. Okay, today maybe he will say he's a savannah, person.
Yeah.
But so to have Haruna, an ordinary again, stepping in there would be a bit, you know, and it could raise issues in NDC. I've heard people say that, listen, no, I'm coming. I've heard people say that, listen, NDC has gotten to that point where they will have to try and account as well. Maybe somebody from, you know, Bono Ahafo or somebody from Eastern region, thereabout and so on. I have heard that argument as well.
I think
there were others.
Those doing Julius Deborah.
Well, you could say that, but how about those doing Eric Opoku, Johnson Asiedu doing Ketia? Well, so that is also there as well. That you've tried a Votarian, you have tried a Central person. Central has been repeated, you know, continuously to a point where, as you did the North, you know, the North for your vice. Your vice.
Yeah.
NDC constantly was doing Central. You get it. The argument then was, okay, I mean, what was Nana bringing on board during the last election? Why don't you go for somebody else? Not necessarily Central, because Central hasn't really paid back what that gesture for NDC. That argument has been made. You understand? Is that?
And it was flawed in the election.
Well, let's go with you. So Haruna Nordina succeeding, you know, John Mahama will raise some, you know, issues in NDC.
I don't think so.
Well, I'm saying that we'll raise. I mean, well, you don't think so.
The man is telling you where his position is.
Yeah.
Just like DSTV has a position in this one.
So I'm coming. I see this polls. I'm having some funny ideas.
Like,
it appears to be a two-person-driven polls.
Really?
Yeah. Read it carefully. Atu comes in too many times in there.
It's Chris
driven polls.
Yes.
That's quite a very loud statement you have made.
Read the thing carefully.
It appears to be a driven polls.
You can quote me.
I really like it.
It appears to be a two-person-driven polls. Yeah. I mean, because first of all, Atu hasn't even announced that he's in the race. Okujato hasn't announced that he's in the race. Joshua.
But none of them have announced actually.
No, but you can, the chief of staff, we've seen the chief of staff out
jogging here and there.
Jogging here and there.
When did jogging become a declaration?
What? No,
Larry, let's be honest here. When did jogging?
Prof,
you're a politician. When you see Sato campaign,
no, he's provoking me to say things that I don't want to say.
The man is jogging.
He's keeping fit. He wants to be.
You have seen. It's just that now we are in a more open.
We have seen Johnson Asiedu Nketia out there. He has even done a video.
And not only jogging, dashing away 500,000 Ghana cedis to market women.
Who? Chief of staff. Chief of staff.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard that one.
Oh, Madina market.
Okay.
So when did responding to a disaster mean declaration of political intent?
I have heard, Asiedu Nketia has started the thank you.
Please. This is not like the one that says that I've given 1,500 to each of you delegates.
Now that is not even allow me to talk.
It's okay.
Will you allow me to talk? So then you have Haruna hasn't declared.
Yeah, at all.
We know Haruna has the ambition. Asiedu Nketia has the ambition.
How do you know?
I know for a fact. Prof, listen.
Prof, listen. Prof is pushing you. Don't go there. You deal with the issue at hand. Don't go there. Don't go there.
Yeah, this one. We know Haruna has ambition.
Yeah.
Asiedu Nketia also has ambition. Julius also has ambition. And, many others do.
Yeah.
But to a point where Musa Dankwa is out there doing polls, I would rather, polls are twisted in various forms. For me, I would rather want to see how the policies that, the government promised, while in opposition, is being implemented, and how acceptable those policies are, whether they are changing everyday life. But this constantly, constant post this, post that, it really, begs the question as to whether or not, 8 months into governance is needed. It's needed. You can understand what the opposition is doing. No question about that. But for a party
in power.
Yes, in power, 8 months. And I couldn't agree with Victor Smith more. That it's very destructive.
Very.
It's very destructive.
It shifts the focus.
It doesn't even help the citizenry monitor the government. The governance. Do you understand?
So now we need to keep an eye on the government, and we need to keep an eye on the party.
The party,
power.
exactly.
Yeah.
What are
if you're
they
not
doing?
careful, you perform nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. We.
Prof, this I'm sure you agree.
You see, I find it extremely troubling that we are interpreting people's decision to be more engaging. Yes, it could mean an intention to contest, but an intention to contest is only measured by an open declaration.
I disagree.
Please.
I disagree.
Please. You see, I'm not.
Prof, listen to me. Prof, I beg you. Okay. See, Musa Dagwa is a friend to some of these NDC guys whom he's doing the polls on.
Like,
okay, why?
Let's deal with the issue.
No, I'm saying that. Listen,
they saying it as a test.
They should have a way of talking to him. Listen, the last election, Akufo-Addo was in a hurry to leave office because people were angry. The agitation was massive.
Larry.
And that, bro, can I finish?
Please. Just
no, but it's not his time. It's my
let
time.
Larry finish.
Exactly.
Let Larry finish.
And so
I only chipped in that question too, but let Larry finish.
You know, so then you need to ensure that the governance process is policed, you know, from day one to the last day, where people derive benefit for what they voted for. But if every now and then this thing is, you know, thrown at us, Galamsey, we are still struggling over it. The economy, we are still struggling over it. Joblessness, we are still, you know, we still haven't found a solution to it. You know, a lot of these things can, you know, derail and the disappointment will be on the street. The Gen Z wouldn't understand what it's at stake. Very soon, we have Nepal. And if Ghana goes that, you know, that route, you can be sure that the whole of West Africa is in trouble.
There's even Malawi happening. The president says he's going to dissolve his government over some protests. No. Prof, briefly on this, I wanted you to touch briefly, since you are an academic, briefly on this matter of a headmaster seen doing his own thing in a video. The GS has removed him. But
when I say doing his own things, it's euphemism. What is it? Just tell us what is it.
I don't know if you've seen the video.
I've not. So just tell us what it is.
He's seen fondling.
Oh, fondling. Very good. So I don't want you to euphemize. The headmaster is in fondling and drawing some current.
I want to discount a few things here. And I'm sitting here very saddened that we those who were campaigning at the top of our voices in a by-election, that the president was seeking a supermajority to extend his tenure of office, all of a sudden have a problem with he saying what is an obvious choice, that we intend to preserve the democracy of this country and he doesn't want to go a third term. I felt that that is commendable and it was calming tensions. And I'm extremely surprised that anyone in the New Patriotic Party thinks that he shouldn't have said that. Because that is a fact.
Larry is not from the New Patriotic Party.
Everyone
Larry is not
agrees or commenting. It's a fact.
It wasn't even under question. It wasn't even under question that he was going to go. But because you started spreading that around mischievously, he had to just
he's removed the Chief Justice.
It's not everything the president responds to.
But Prof, would you agree that if the president has to respond to every single rumor, we will not make progress in this country?
It's not a simple rumor to speculate that the president is going to go another term. That is not permitted to some degree, I don't know yet, by the Constitution. It's fair that he addresses it because it could even trigger certain things. We are in a country that has had a history before. So let's be honest. The president did the right thing. I'm also worried. Yes, I don't like a 2028 discourse now. Because unlike the NPP, when they lost the elections, the next day they started thinking that, okay, they should have been in power and it's a mistake and other things. They started thinking of 2028 instead of cleaning their this thing. I don't want we, the NDC, to go down that line. So much as I appreciate the fact that we don't have 2028 until we deliver the 2024 promises and perform creditably. If we keep this at this level of performance for the next 4 years, I believe that at least Ghanaians will see that we have achieved a lot. So I want
the level of performance.
Yes, I want us to agree. I want us to agree. I want us to agree. Today's economy is better than any day of the NPP's last 8 years. If you want to mention. Today's economy is better than, so don't interject. I don't want to go down that line and say I'm lamenting. But if I start mentioning the figures here, that's what you say.
That's fine.
So I'm saying that I don't like that speculation. But the candidates are out there doing. Minister Haruna Idrisu goes for his function. People take his pictures and then they
but they are
put it on
they
put it on Facebook and they are telling him he has to contest, he has to do this. People call it. I don't see that one as 2028. General Sedi Nketia was running his own campaign during the 2024 elections. If he says that he wants to do a thank you tour, what is wrong with that? Because I remember campaigning with Kweku when he came to Northern region. I went around with him. So if he decides to do that, he wants to go.
Who is Kweku?
Kweku Asiedu Nketia. I remember. I went around with him.
Oh, he's Kweku Asiedu Nketia.
Yes. I went around. That's why I was saying
you're not in the close
you
quarters.
told me I was in one area now. You are not speculating. That's why I said just be careful.
He's
Yes.
telling you how well
He's telling me how well he's got it.
No. So I'm saying that if he decides to go on a thank you tour today, doesn't mean he's running for an election.
No.
I'm sure that we have to stop this thing. The Chief Justice and the Chief of Staff decides that weekend we do our keep fit.
That's to stay healthy.
Chief do his keep fit. For trying to promote business, community relations somewhere. You read elections. Look at the benefits we are reaping from that one.
500,000 donors.
You say it's 2028. Please, you are putting people under pressure. It's unnecessary. Until somebody mounts the platform and says that I am contesting for. No, let me see. Let me land. There is something that General Sekretariat is doing. That I think is very important.
That's
for those of us.
That's Kweku is doing.
With those who sit in office, every day people come in there, and the anger with which they come at us. I told people that I wanted to meet people. I'll devote Thursdays, the whole day to meeting people. But the rest of the days, they should let me work. You can go ask my staff. I was almost physically attacked. So the need for somebody to go out there and give some reassurance is extremely necessary. And if the rest of us are extremely busy and chairman of the party decides he wants to do that, I am with him on this.
You don't do that and then release a video thereafter.
Yes, so
you don't do that.
You releasing videos. Are you contesting for anything?
you see, he's not national chairman.
No.
I am to repeat my position again, whether we like it or not.
Me, I want to talk about the school.
Yeah. Perception actually holds so high.
Where that one?
And whether Prof likes or not, the next election begins immediately after
the previous
a
election.
day after the previous election. That's politics. And it
It
goes
begins
on
with
like that.
self-introspection.
But that's
Repentance.
that is a preparatory whatever. So, well, like I said, the duopoly has come to play in Ghana, which is the NDC NPP. And the dynamics will always remain same. I think that, look, whoever emerges, it is better we all do our homework properly to put our parties together and then put our candidate, our best candidate forward.
Thank you.
Okay, quickly.
Assistant Headmaster.
Yes, I think that was totally uncalled for.
It's a shame.
It's a
Big
shame.
disgrace.
Yeah, it's a shame. But I mean,
but how was he caught in camera?
They were filming that thing.
The two of them were filming.
Yeah, it looks like the student was filming.
Well, it reminds me of the kitchen stool.
Yeah, to expose. You know that guy never became sane again. He died some miserable death.
Really?
Yeah, he died some miserable death. I mean, around this
That's kitchen stool. Since that men do.
You get it. But I mean, was the student? You know, I haven't watched the video. Was it like the student was enjoying what was happening?
Hey, there was a kitchen stool.
Oh wow! But see, this one has come out. Many others haven't.
True.
Only God knows how many other students.
You think the GS should begin some investigations?
Punishment should be key.
I think morality has actually nosedive in this country now.
Yes.
I mean, because of social media.
Yes, it's because we have projected morality over law.
Absolutely.
You get it.
Okay, that also makes sense.
Just punish the people. Once you deal with Kamal, Prof wouldn't do it. And neither would you. You understand? But if the thing is just thrown out there and then GES issues a statement
and says that,
we removed him, go
we don't hear anything again.
So I'm sure he will go, the same route as the Chief Justice.
The difficulty
want to say that, something. I've only been removed as, assistant CJ, but I'm still a student.
But the difficulty of the law is that if both of them have actually consented to it, I don't see why
I'm still a teacher.
One is an age. Okay, that is where the problem is. If one is actually an age,
thank you very much.
And that's a sexual offense.
A big happy birthday to Steve Wanompe. Today is your birthday. He's a producer extraordinaire right here with us at Channel 1 Television. God bless you, Stevie. And we wish you well. This has been the news review segment on Breakfast Daily. Many thanks for your time. The show continues after this.
almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Trout from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You could be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you could be luckiest. No matter why you're lucky. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God up boom. If you're poor, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
This October, Ghana's altar calls once again. After 7 unforgettable years, the 8th edition of Women in Worship arrives with a divine charge. Celebrating his faithfulness, minstrels Ada Ehi, Rabna Tomi Favored, Keepers Music Ekriaserwa Bonsu, and many more will gather at Perez Dome on October 5th. Grab your tickets now. Regular 100 Ghana cedis, VIP 200 Ghana cedis plus beverage. Grab it online via Ego Tickets or www.eventpaddy.com. Short code USSD star 713 star 33 star 30 hash or call ticket hotline 0248 810 396 or 0544 124 567. Tickets are available at Airport Shell, Hacho Shell, Bachano Toto, Perez Dome, and more. Sponsors, media partners. Powered by Quest. Women in Worship 2025. Daughter, you still have a voice.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too. No, I need the original.
A lot has changed since you bank like this. So have we. We've made it easier than ever to open an account online and bank on the go through our mobile app, online banking, and more. EcoBank, a better way to bank your way.
Sign here, and here.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Trout from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late? Of
course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You could be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you could be luckiest. No matter why you're lucky. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God up boom. If you're poor, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Let's get into the world of sports like never before.
You know how we do it on Fridays.
Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. on 97.3 City FM for Sports Panorama, your ultimate destination for all things sports.
One of the biggest scandals in this country's history. You can't spend 250 million USD and come out with that.
From the thrill of association football to the excitement of basketball, tennis, athletics, and even emerging sports, we cover it all. Whether it's the Premier League or the latest NBA showdown, we bring you the stories behind the stars.
Getting an opportunity to become a national team coach, he should understand the politics around football.
And don't miss the prayer of the rabbi.
Joe was Zebal. How Zebal there? Zebal won
We're not just about the games, we're about the community.
If you are going to be given this kind of treatment, then you need to be that guy. When I look at him play, he is not it.
Or when it's time for Don't Call Me. Join the conversation as we connect with fans across the country and beyond. What's the latest updates? Send us your thoughts and we'll feature your comments live on air. And remember, we like to hear your predictions for matches and your thoughts in general. Think you know who's going to win? Let us know.
Big shout outs to my YouTube people.
Tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. only on 97.3 City FM. Sports Panorama, where sports come alive.
Amen.
Sports Panorama, your weekly sports fix. Don't miss out on the action. Sports Panorama. Catch the excitement every Friday.
Hello everyone, it's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV, and if you're joining us, the show started at 7 o'clock with Nana Tufo-Boateng, and we are going to be taking you from now till 11 a.m. Remember that the show is interactive, so feel free to join in at any time by sending in your text messages via the WhatsApp number on the screen, or if you're watching us on YouTube Live, there's a comment section right there. There's one down and there's one on the top chat or live chat. You can actually put your comments right there and we will get to read it on the show. My name is Chris Carter.
I am Philip Nilati. Let's hear from you as you join us for us to make the show interactive. But we can't stop thanking you, patrons, sponsors, supporters who participated in the City Business Olympics 2025. It was an amazing one. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you. Yesterday, GCB Bank was in studio. Also, Fedco was in studio. Side Hustle was also in studio to really tell us what went on at the event. And GCB has indicated that, well, they are taking a challenge from Fedco. Let's see how that is going to turn out to be in 2026. But I want to say a very big thank you to all of you, to our partners, to our sponsors, to supporters, patrons for making the City Business Olympics 2025 a huge success. UMB Bank, Eden High Sports Complex, Better Logistics, Dampona Healthcare, also Hallmark Cafe, Channel 1 TV, City FM, in partnership with Side Hustle, brought this event together. A big thank you to all of you.
All right, and to everyone who wants to stay updated with any news item or any information that we bring to you out there, all you need to do is go to the Google Play Store on your Android devices, either your phone or your tablets, and download the Channel 1 News app. With the Channel 1 News app, you can stay updated with any news item or any information that we have for you anywhere that you are. So you don't necessarily need to be in Ghana to access this. You can actually be in Europe, in the Americas, in Asia. As long as you have the Channel 1 News app, you can access every information that we have for you. Because we know there are a lot of you out there that always want to, stick and stay with us, especially watching us via YouTube. And sometimes you are on the move. So this is the easiest way for you to be with us, all right? Head to the Google Play Store on your Android devices, and then you can download the Channel One News app. It's as simple as that. All right.
Let's move straight into the trends.
Yeah, we have some interesting
Yesterday,
trends.
Sambo Nate George announced a package for DSTV users. The question is it a reduction we wanted or is it an upgrade we wanted? Well, we'll bring you comments on that. So you can see on the screen, people who use Paddy initially would have to pay 99 Ghana cedis, but are now going to pay 59 Ghana cedis. And or you pay the 99 Ghana cedis rather, you still pay the 99 Ghana cedis rather, but you get 35 more channels. That is what it is. You get 40% increment there. That is it. So the bouquet package ideally should have been 99, but I think if you pay the 59, you get what the 99 offers you. That is it. So the bouquet monthly pricing is the 59 Ghana cedis, but when you subscribe for the 59 rather, you get the access. 99. Yes. So there's sort of an upgrade. Good. And access to, if you pay 99, you get the family pack. Yes. Yeah. So it's sort of like an upgrade. I know DSTV normally they do these things when it's getting to like Christmas. They would give you the packages and all that. But let's bring you the video of Sam George announcing this to the public, and after we'll bring you what the general public is saying about this.
The committee chaired by myself had two clear objectives. One, to achieve a shared understanding of DSTV pricing in Ghana and to agree on a structured, mutually acceptable and commercially viable measure to address concerns around the pricing of the DSTV service in Ghana. Two, to establish an acceptable roadmap to curb cross-border piracy of DSTV decoders and services from Nigeria to Ghana. MultiChoice Africa has committed to implement an unprecedented increased value offer only in Ghana, and I repeat, only in Ghana, which will result in Ghanaian DSTV subscribers getting more services for less. Depending on the DSTV package or bouquet you use, subscribers will get between 33% to 50% more value. The new arrangements, effective from 1st October 2025, are as follows. For those who are on the Paddy bouquet subscription, you currently pay 59 Ghana cedis. When you pay 59 Ghana cedis, you get upgraded automatically to Access, which is valued at 99 Ghana cedis, and you get 35 more channels. This represents a 40% savings if you were to pay for the Access yourself. Second bouquet, Access, currently going at 99 Ghana cedi. If you retain your Access bouquet at 99 Ghana cedi, MultiChoice will bump you up to the family bouquet, which is currently priced at 190 Ghana cedis. You get 19 more channels, which means that if you were to stay on Access and get bumped up for the value you get, you make a savings of 48%. If you're on the family package, which is currently valued at 190 Ghana cedis, DSTV will automatically bump you up to Compact, which ordinarily goes for 380 Ghana cedis. You get 22 more channels and actually get access to live football matches. So anybody on the family package, which previously didn't get live football matches, would automatically get live football matches. The value savings on this, 50%. Compact, currently going at 380 Ghana cedis, gets bumped up automatically to Compact Plus, which is priced at 570 Ghana cedis. You get 12 more channels in addition, and the value savings 33%. Compact Plus, valued at 570 Ghana cedis. You pay that, you're automatically bumped up to Premium, which goes at the price of 865 cedis. You get 18 more channels and a value of 34%. For those who remain on their Premium bouquet, which is priced at 865 Ghana cedis, you will still get all the content on the Premium flagship, the flagship Premium bouquet, but you also get an automatic entry into the competition for the chance to win a fully paid trip to watch selected English Premiership games.
Of course, so I heard there from the Communications Minister, someone. You use DSTV?
No more.
Why?
I don't know. I just got tired.
Okay, so and there was also this one that the minister announced that cross-border piracy, DSTV, deactivate 1 million ghost boxes. We understand. So the Minister for Communications, Digitalization or Digital Technology and Innovation, Samuel Nate George, has revealed that DSTV has deactivated nearly 1 million decoders as part of efforts to curb cross-border piracy between Nigeria and Ghana. When the issues came initially, some people indicated that, well, we were using what we are getting from Nigeria and we weren't using what is in Ghana because Ghana is quite expensive and all that. But the minister yesterday announced, and he also came on Point of View show, had conversations with Bernard Avler, and indicated that, well, some measures have been taken. And it looks like people who use DSTV will now have a sigh of relief. But is that so? Is that what people are thinking? Let's bring you some of the comments now.
All right, some of the comments we have here. This one is from Kofi Dan. So I don't know why you guys don't understand this. I used to pay $380 for compact, and it was okay for me. But if I pay $190, I'll get the same channels I used to watch with the $380. This is the good thing.
Positive comment.
And I am Pakwesi. Subscribers paying $82. This is dollars. $82 for premium can now pay $43 for the same premium. Please, next time, write and see this. We're in Ghana. $50 plus for compact plus has been reduced to $29. Do you people understand the wizardry of play here? We got a crazy good deal, or you people are not understanding the thing. 190 Ghana cedis a month for AII, EPL, and some UCL matches. This is football lovers. Finally, my DSTV decoder will not stop collecting dust. I'm yet to see it in full action. But I like the new packages. I like the way the new packages are looking. Jata do all. We didn't ask for more channels. We asked for a price reduction. Decrease the price of Wache for us. Okay, now we've increased the quantity of Wache, but the price still remains the same. Bro, your example not a match at all. If you were paying for $380, you can now pay $190 for the same package, or still pay $380 and enjoy that of $570. Channels additions means upgrade. Man, try to understand before you comment. I'm really trying to sound like these people. All right, to be honest, this feels like telling us you were going to bring Wache prices down, only to come back saying the leaf is now bigger, so the price stays the same. We asked for the cheaper Wache, not the extra shito. Value is great, but price reduction.
But you see, when the leaf becomes bigger, it contains a lot more Wache.
No, it's just, I think people who are saying this just need to understand one thing. If you still have a problem with it, all you need to do is downgrade.
Downgrade to what?
Downgrade to a cheaper price, and then you will still get the channels that you're watching.
So, for instance, if you were using Access, go now to Paddy.
Yes, because you want a cheaper price, so you still want to watch Access. Go down to Paddy. Simple.
Okay.
It's simple. If you want a price reduction, just go down. Like, just downgrade.
Downgrade.
Just downgrade.
And automatically you get to where you were.
Exactly. You still have your old channels and you have a price reduction. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. Just downgrade.
Okay.
How do you downgrade? Just walk into DSTV, All right, I know do access again. I want Paddy.
I think you can actually even give them a phone call. And
You can even do it. You can even do it on the internet. Yeah. So
we have more comments on this. Let's share with you on that. I think the Wache thing has been. Yes, I think we've really spoken much about the Wache thing.
Yeah.
That's still from Jata for a reason. Well, this coming from Salom. Either way, so it looks like some are like, hey, Sam George has done well. He's pushed DSTV, and that's multi-choice to get some reduction for us, the same way he did with the telcos, like Chris indicated. If you want to enjoy where you are now, you'd want to downgrade.
Just downgrade.
And if you were paying 99 Ghana cedis,
and
you'd want to enjoy where you are, just pay the 59.
59, simple.
Yes.
Simple.
If you are 99 or you are 190 and you want to enjoy packages for the 190, just come to 99.
Simple.
So I think that with...
It's a win-win. I think it's a win-win situation.
Yeah,
People just don't understand it. People just try to make things difficult.
Exactly.
Because I think he brought more value by adding more channels and upgrading. What he did is just upgrade everyone's package.
Exactly.
And if you are not comfortable with the price of the upgraded package, just downgrade and still be where you are, but you pay cheaper.
That's a good one there. That's a good one there. Anyway, let's move away from this story in trends and bring you this rather, well, I say bizarre, interesting one from the Ghana Education Service. So the Ghana Education Service has removed Mr. Charles Akwesi Edu, the Assistant Headmaster Academics for KNUST Senior High School, from his office following the circulation of a viral video on social media allegedly involving him in a compromising situation with a female student. In a statement signed by its head of public relations, Daniel, the GES said in its view the incident with the utmost seriousness, or takes this what would take seriousness or the matter very serious, and has barred Mr. Edu from entering the school premises while investigations are ongoing. But Chris, what do you make of this story before we bring you what people are saying on social media about this particular story?
I think it's this is sexual harassment. Sexual harassment in all ways, and the GES did well to bar him. And there are a lot more teachers or a lot more people in power doing this to students. And this is not just the school teacher or, professor dynamic. This happens everywhere, and they need to be called out. And I like the fact that the GES has taken it upon them to, look into the matter. But at the end of the day, there are some comments, people making comments like, oh, the girl enjoyed it, But I need you to know something. With sexual harassment, it's a thing of power. And she's a minor. And if you're in place of power and you're able to coerce somebody to be in an uncompromising position with you, sexual abuse, sexual harassment, then it's a crime. I don't care if the girl is 18. That is her teacher. That is someone she's supposed to be looking up to.
Assistant headmaster.
Assistant headmaster, for crying out loud. I don't care if she just turned 18. I don't care if she's in the age of consent. It's just wrong. Wrong is wrong.
Let's bring some comments on this. Chris, your BP is going.
I don't like it.
This one, Tia says that, how you go explain them? Give your wife kiddies, then your pastor. Anyway, this one is a shameless man. A girl your granddaughter's age. Well, do you think that people are taking position too quickly?
Oh, they are.
They should.
Like, people, the comments we're seeing are great ones. These are positive comments. They're actually very negative comments by people asking, oh, she's enjoying it. How is she enjoying it? That man is old enough to be, her grandfather. And he's in a position of power. And if you're in a position of power and you can coerce anyone to have any sexual whatever with you, it is a crime. Sexual harassment is a thing of power. Let us call it what it is.
Let's bring you some more comments on this, Chris. Chris, help us with the comments.
That man looks familiar. I don't know. Yo, Owas boys, it not be when our former senior house master stone boy be that. Oh, wow. So his only punishment is losing his job. Is the girl not underage? Ghana Police Service, what are you doing about this? And I think this is right. He's not supposed to just lose his job. He's actually supposed to serve jail time. Removing the headmaster is not enough. He needs to be criminally persecuted and jailed. I agree with that. This man, this girl be in Grand Hotel.
Wow, that's serious.
It is serious, though. It's serious because it's happening. And we need more people to come out and speak out. Like people need to speak up, honestly, because we have taken a position of this is family matter, especially in Africa, our society. Oh, this is a family matter. Let it be swept under the carpet. Matter. No, it is criminal. Call them out, let them serve term. Because the more you keep quiet, it actually empowers every perpetrator out there. And they keep doing what they do. And like, even you see this girl like this, you might think she's enjoying it. At the end of the day, this girl will grow up having psychological problems. This girl will end up having PTSD. This girl will end up having traumas that can't even make her stay in her own marriage because of what this man has done to her. She might be smiling, kiki, but we don't know if she's crying.
Let's bring you the video of the day. Vice Chancellor of the University of Professional Studies, Accra, Professor John Kweku Mensah Mauto there. And this was, I think, the 17th congregation. And Chris, what did you see?
What I saw is, it's funny until a student does the same thing.
How is a student going to do the same thing?
Oh, there are videos where students have just walked out on their vice chancellors like this in graduations, but it didn't happen here in Africa. We've seen it in foreign places. If a student does this, everybody will remind the student that.
But in this case, case,
I don't know. I don't care because this is their graduation. They paid to be in that school. You don't treat people like that, even if you want them to leave the school. When a student does the same thing, we will now remember, he was not well trained, no home training. They don't respect their elders. Come on.
I think it's a hairstyle.
I don't care. I don't care. It's the last day of school.
So you would want to come to graduation with any outfit or on your hair?
I saw. See, this guy had a very good hairstyle. What happened?
Maybe he's done the fading too much.
Oh please, they are adults. Oh my God.
Anyway,
good for
interesting one in this country.
I said, it is funny. Everybody is laughing. Until a student does the same thing, then everybody will have a problem.
But you see, that's it with UPSA. UPSA is sort of a professional institution, and there's sort of like a code of conduct, and also how you would have to carry yourself as a student.
So wait,
of your time.
I understand that. Thank you. You said like there's a way to conduct yourself. As a vice chancellor, that's not a way to conduct yourself professionally.
Maybe the vice chancellor, for
professionally.
Instance,
let's be realistic. Professionally, that's not like. Imagine your boss sees you and is he professional?
Well.
Let's call a spade a spade.
I side with you as well. But, well, that's Professor Malto there, VC.
Congratulations, VC.
For UPSA. Anyway, that was the video of the day, though, because it's been trending on social media, so we thought of bringing it on screen. But let's bring you the poets in studio to help us move forward the show. Kweku Ajiman, the poet. Enjoy him as he begins.
Before poetry, I was a poem, skillfully forged in the heart and mind of Odoman Kuman Onyankopon, master artist. And he must have planted a bit of himself in me, for today, my mind and my heart too have become a forging house, from which blaze fiery words of poetry, bringing edification and transforming lives. I am Kweku Ajiman, the poet, and I ride on the wings of spoken word poetry to edify, transform, and to reach the world with the gospel of Christ. And I believe on edifying poetry is no poetry at all. Hosanna in the highest. Let our King be lifted up. Despite the fact that Thomas Edison is often credited with developing the light bulb, he succeeded only after 1,000 futile attempts. But I know a God who formed the earth on the foundation of righteous commands, a God whose word has electromagnetic qualities. He called forth light into existence at his first and only attempt, and it materialized instantly. He had a photoelectric effect with his voice. What a God. He's not a man, yet he entered into the jurisdiction of man to operate the first ever food delivery service. Before men engaged the frontal cortex in convergent and divergent thinking to develop the idea of Uber Eats and Bolt Food, I know a God who sent food to his prophets via aerial transportation. What a God. All the strongest men combined cannot lift him up. Even 1,000 Samsons can attempt, but they too will fail woefully. Yet magnify his name. Give him words of adoration from a pure heart, escaping from lips of reverence, and he will float softly like autumn leaves. What a God. All the engineers on the Titanic could not save the ship from sinking. But I know a God who speaks the language of storms, a God who understands the language of every crisis. With one command, he calmed a furious storm that threatened to destroy his boat. What a God. I know a God who is more reliable than Ghana Fire Service. I mean, explain to me how he quenched the fiery furnace's devouring ability without using the fire extinguisher. What a God. Lord, you made Moses blissful because you are too faithful. You turned the red light into green so they could traverse on dry ground because you made a way. I am the poet, but you are bigger than poetry. The most well-constructed metaphor cannot describe you well enough because you are bigger than literature. You break all the rules of grammar because you are the author of English. You said, before Abraham was, I am. You exist outside of space and time. Your divinity we cannot define. From your throne you will never resign. We are products of your intelligent design. You are the invisible God, yet your beauty in our lives is visible. You give breath to all living things, yet you never run out of breath. You see wider than an eagle. You watch over us better than a CCTV. Humanity cannot completely comprehend the divinity of Jesus. I mean, explain to me how he took his own life, yet is not guilty of suicide. How he walked on water without an anchor. How he fed the multitude without owning a bakery. How he turned water into wine without the laboratory. And how he healed the sick with no medical school background. This power that surpasses power power more powerful than power itself, the power of Jesus. He allows the mighty to crumble without disintegrating and fixes them up like an orthopedic, teaching them to always depend on him. He is the jack of all trades, master of all. His value does not occasionally depreciate like the CD. His tenure does not expire like Nanado. He reigns forever. He reigns forever. He reigns forever. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty, who is an embodiment of diversity. The mere mention of his identity throws principalities and powers into a state of perplexity as they fear his brutality. He is enthroned in royalty, so let's seize this opportunity to bow in loyalty and celebrate his majesty. Despite obvious economic hardships, you have remained my ever-present anchor in this hardship. And my survival has not been dependent on government policies, but on your promises. I've held on to you like the Edinkra symbol, Chinyame, and you have never let me down. You have rescued me from the furnace of this economy into your palace of abundance, and now I have found solace. When I am oppressed, depressed, and suppressed, you are interested in my mess, so I confess my stress. You address my distress. You dress me more than the lily of the field. You bless with success, and never will I regress. I'm grateful. You said, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavily laden." 6 times I came, yet 7 times 7 you forgave and gave me rest, and those walls fell like Jericho. You have given me the bread of life and added your spirit as butter. You traded yourself for me, the biggest butter trade in the history of creation. I'm grateful. You have given me more water than Ghana Water Company, such that out of my belly flows rivers of living water. Despite ECG's erratic power supply, you have commanded your sun to shine by day and your moon to give us light by night, sun's golden kiss and the moon's soothing sight, yet no utility bills to pay. I'm grateful. If wishes were horses, I'll ride up high beyond the skies in Elijah's chariot just to see you face to face, to behold your heaven's fame. How excellent is your name, perpetual is your reign, your divinity I cannot explain, your splendor none else can attain. From giving you praises I'll never refrain. You are immeasurable, nothing can contain. In my position I maintain that you remain mine, all in all. Casting crowns, lifting hands, bowing hearts, I will sing of the goodness of Jesus. Listen, if Jesus were a footballer, he would have 8 Ballon d'Ors because he is an epitome of mercy, even though he is greater than mercy. Jesus is not like Santa Claus who waits for Christmas to fulfill your request. He says, until now you have asked nothing in my name. Now ask and you shall receive, that your joy may be full. And you don't need airtime to call unto him, for it's the air you breathe all the time. You don't need airtime to call unto him, for it's the air you breathe all the time. Men will fail you, but Jesus will never fail you. Even the immediate past president of Ghana cannot give you dankwa. Only Jesus can. Even Nanado cannot give you dankwa. Only Jesus can, because he is the giver of life. Jesus could have sent the avengers to save us, but he willingly offered himself, ignoring the risk involved, that he might send us to the Father, to permanent mansions beyond this temporal bodily apartment. So someday, when we see him, we shall be like him. Then we can say, see what the Lord has done. What we waited for has come to pass. See what the Lord has done. Poetry that edifies. Blessings.
Good. You did this without English script. For how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing poetry since 2017. By the time I was in my last year at Legon.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Why did you study anything around poetry?
Not at all. This is purely a gift
What
from
did you study
above.
at Legon?
I studied political science and the study of religions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the religion played a bit in there.
A
Yeah,
little,
played
I
a
think
bit
so.
in
I
there.
think so.
That was a good one.
Thank you so
And you did
much.
it for a very long time without any script, nothing. How does it come to you?
It's purely by the grace of God. You know, because it's a gift, it comes effortlessly. You don't have to put in too much work to do a good job. That's why it's a gift. Yeah.
And you've been performing in only Ghana. I understand you've been performing in other countries as
Yes,
well.
by the grace of God, I had an opportunity to minister in London in the year 2019. So I went on holidays and I got the opportunity to minister at Fountain Gate Chapel in Tottenham, and then also Resurrection Power and Bread of Life Ministries in Croydon. Yeah, by the grace of God.
Wow, that's interesting. So you do all the writings yourself?
By the grace of God, I write everything myself by the help of the Holy Spirit.
By the help of the Holy Spirit. They're very spiritual. Are you a
Bless
pastor?
God. By calling, I am, but I'm not an ordained minister of God.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
sometimes you preach at church.
Sometimes I
Okay, so
do.
if someone wants to listen to more of this from you, how is the person going to get in touch with you, or say on your social media handle or something of that sort, so that the person can know more about Kweku Ajiman the poet?
Very well. I'm very active on social media. So Kweku_Ajiman on TikTok and Instagram. And then Kweku Ajiman on Facebook as well. Right.
Beautiful. That's Kweku Ajiman there. It's very deep. Make sure that you follow him and enjoy more of the poetic messages from him and from Kweku Ajiman. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll bring you more on Breakfast Daily. Stay with us.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm mad. The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswati. Why wouldn't he be late? Obeying later.
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From Natepia, cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it with a so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Freshness redefined with Franco refrigerators. Imagine a refrigerator that keeps your food fresher and longer. Enjoy advanced features like the multi-air flow technology for optimal cooling, the smart humidity control for moisture levels, the fast freeze function for rapid cooling, and the energy efficient control for reduced power consumption. We have the double-decker freezers in different types. We also have the chest freezers in different types. We have the tabletop freezers. Get yourself a refrigerator from Franco and you will never regret. For online purchasing, just visit our website at www.francotrading.com. Call the numbers on the screen for bulk purchasing and any assistance. Franco Refrigerators, freshness redefined.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial star 759 hash. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswati. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter what you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toy, so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Before you cap the Lamborghini truck, making sure that we drip when you win your plug. Man, that's why when him say watch your blog, and you know fugazi in this corner, bro. Before you cap the Lamborghini truck, making sure that we drip when you win your plug. You know that drip is very necessary. Anytime you pull up, you gotta be scary. Savannah shopping, I be some mini pateri. With the Gucci do now go make Kula Perry. I used to rock fakes, now we turned up. 450 on the 10 top. It's like an addiction, we can't stop. If you can relate, let me see your hands up. Now by the drip and I you get more. We'll be back heavy Louis, but I said no. Cause everybody be rocking the same. I would rather pull up in the vet more. Since you're the dripping, no, we know the big brands. Minye si kakra na me got big plans. Rolling up, be replacing my wristband. Pass I wish I queen they are distance. Challenge with him to watch your blog. And they do fugazi in this corner, bro. Before you cap the Lamborghini truck, making sure that we drip when they win your plug. Man, with him to watch your blog. And they do fugazi in this corner, bro. Before you cap the Lamborghini. Before you cap the Lamborghini truck, making sure that we drip when you win your plug. Man, that's why we him to watch your blog. And you know fugazi in this corner, bro. Before you cap the Lamborghini truck, making sure that we drip when you win your plug. You know that drip is very necessary. Anytime you pull up, you gotta be scary. Savannah shopping, I be some mini pateri. With the Gucci do now go make Kula Perry. I used to rock fakes, now we turned up.
All right, welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily here. And of course, we were enjoying everything that happened at the City Business Olympics. In case you missed it, you really missed a lot. And like I always say, if you snooze, you lose. So some of you actually lost on that opportunity. But yeah, we're just going to be bringing you more of that throughout the week. Now it's time for us to talk to our sponsors, the UMB Bank. In studio with me is Edem Naite, who is the UMB Head of Corporate Communications, and Faustina Ya Apia, who's the Manager of Internal and External Relations at UMB. Good morning.
Good morning.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
How's everything?
Well, good.
Good, right?
And in very high spirits, too.
High spirit, yeah.
In fact, high mastered spirits.
High mastered spirit. And we saw some of that high mastered spirit at the City Business Olympics. You came with your energy and we loved it. But then again, what were your thoughts? What are your thoughts about the whole event? How did it go?
I will be very honest.
Yes.
I think it was very well organized. The venue was apt. Your presenters, they were all there to help and support, you know, the teams that were there. So for me, I would do like a 90 over 100. It was a well-organized event.
That's a good
and
one.
we were really very happy to be there.
So did we meet your expectations?
Oh, yes. Over and above.
All right. So what were some of your high moments, Faustina?
Well, for us, winning gold. Yes, we won gold in the draughts competition, the men's competition. Also, it was a camaraderie between our staff. We've had new people be part of the family.
Right.
So to be able to bond over laughter, sports, good food, the energy was there. For me, that was the high moment for our brand and the participation, yes.
Right, right. Apart from the draft, what other games did you participate in?
Almost everything.
Everything.
And would you do it again?
Oh,
certainly.
yes.
You don't have to ask.
All right. So how important do you think is such events for the corporate world?
Let Faustina handle that.
Okay, so we know that especially banking is a very high pressure job. 8 to 5, even beyond 5, you're still working. You hardly get time to unwind. So for us to actually get a dedicated day for us to interact with other working individuals, you know, let loose, have fun, tease each other, taunt each other, you know, spur each other on. It's a good way to unwind, de-stress. And it's exactly what the doctors recommend. So for me, it was all fun and good.
It was all fun and good. All right. So Adam, and you?
No, I mean, just as Faustina said, it was fun, it was good. And if you look back to the day, almost all our team members were there.
Yeah.
And, you know, we came with our own Jama, you know, squad, and the dancing, the fun, the different activations we had on the field. My voice is still recovering from all the fun we had on Saturday. And also the fact that there were lots of other organizations we bonded with. And for us, we took advantage of the day and also did some business, you know, got some clients for the bank and all that. So it really was a good one.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So talking about business, what is UMB up to right now? What are the new things that you have?
We're up to everything. You know that we are a financial institution, and currently we are, I mean, we have been around for 53 years, you know, and so we are on a transformational journey, especially so with our new MD, Dr. Philip Otimensa, in, you know, the captain seats. There's so much happening. And if you ask me, one of the things we are really focused on right now is to ensure that our customers experience the best of, you know, service delivery.
Yeah.
And so that's what we are really very focused on. Everything for us is about the customer. And my boss will tell you, if you touch a customer, you have touched me. If there's any customer who is not happy, it means he's not happy too. So it's about ensuring that the customer is king. We prioritize the customer in everything we are doing. So for us now, it's all about excellent customer experience.
Right, right. And I think customer service month is this month, yeah.
October.
October.
Yes.
And why do you think it's important to prioritize the customer? I'm sure somebody's watching right now and be like, why are they talking about just the customer?
Christina is leading that.
Yeah. All right, so we are in business because of the customer. For us, the customer is the reason why we open our doors. I mean, imagine having a bank where you don't have any customers. Within a day or two, you should be able to close shop. So we are here because of the customers, and they dictate. Maybe dictate is not the exact word, but they shape the products and services that we design. So everything that we do is tailored to them, to their needs. And we don't bundle our customers. We don't do one size fits all. It's uniquely designed for each customer, wherever in life, whatever stage of life you may find yourself. So a month is not entirely enough to celebrate them. It should be a year-long thing, but at least the global celebration is acknowledging the value they bring to our business and the privilege they allow us to also bring into their lives. So yes, for us, it's a wonderful opportunity to celebrate our customers.
And you know, saying that our transformational journey is really focused on excellence delivery when it comes to our customers buttresses the point Faustina made about the fact that, yes, October is what everybody is celebrating, but you should know that we are celebrating our customers with our excellent service delivery every single day of the week that we are opened. So again, I will mention that whatever it is that we're doing, yes, we are in a business of money, but this business of money is focused primarily on ensuring that our customers are they're thrilled, and we always want to exceed their expectations.
Would you say being customer-centered is actually what makes you stand out from other banks?
What else could you possibly
Yeah,
do?
absolutely. Absolutely. We always put the customer first in product designing, in even every single facet of our business is because of the customer. So for us, customer centricity is in our DNA. It is who we are as UMB.
Right. So how many branches are there right now?
We have 35 branches.
35 branches,
yes. But we have various touch points. You can interact with us. So our mobile app, the UMB Speed app, is there. You could, if you have an analog phone, you can do the *972# and you can enjoy banking service wherever you are in Ghana, wherever you are in the world, as well as our internet banking suites and then ATM. So we are wherever you want us to be.
And even participating in the City Business Olympics was also still about our customers. It was our way of being on the field, interfacing with them, getting off behind the counter and being on the field with them, having fun with them, and putting a human face to the work we do. So everything we do is about excellence customer delivery.
Yeah, so talking about human face, I say this a lot to businesses, put a human face to it. How important is putting a human face to this and, you know, bonding with your customer?
Well, I think we mentioned it through and through. It's really very important so that you don't come across like some faceless being. You don't want your customers to feel like we're doing business with an organization called UMB, but you're doing business with human beings in that organization. So interfacing with our customers, one of the things we're doing now also is that we're visiting our customers, right? From the top level, from our MD, we're visiting our customers, paying daily and regular visits to them, hearing from them, ensuring that we're meeting their needs, tailoring the things that we are doing to meet, you know, their expectations and all that. So, and look, we have an all-new, vibrant contact center, a whole new, you know,
products and services.
Yes, and I'm even talking about when it comes to service quality, it's one of the departments that we're actually paying a lot of attention to right now, because if your customers are not happy, then Faustina mentioned it, the next day you are out of business. And even for all the customers who have become dormant, we're actually on every one of them trying to get their trust and, you know, get them all back. And we know that we're actually going to pamper them and treat them well. So interfacing with them, and they're doing business beyond the buildings is really, really very critical to us.
Okay, so let's go back to the City Business Olympic. How long did it even take you to prepare?
Okay. If we say we were going to really prepare, we were going to sweep. But you know, we were being charitable with the other organizations.
But this is your first time participating?
Yes, our very first time.
So you were just coming to test the waters?
Yes. So we wanted to...
Did it look like we were testing?
No, we actually came to win it all, but we also wanted to scope the competition and see what we were up against. And like Adam said, we're coming back with a vengeance. So you better watch out because we're coming.
Vengeance.
Yes.
Wow.
And
Yes.
you know we don't play. You saw our numbers
Yes.
on the
Yeah.
field, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
You saw our
Yes.
numbers on
Yeah,
the
everybody
field.
was repping.
Everybody. Everybody.
That was very
I mean, the few
impressive,
people
yeah.
who couldn't make it was also just because they had other
Other
things,
pressing
things to
engagements.
do.
Yeah.
And some had customer engagements.
Yeah.
Reason they could,
Oh,
yes.
on a
yes,
Saturday.
Even
Yeah.
on Sundays. If we have to meet a customer, and we're happy doing that. You know, yeah. Our,
For us, it's not transactional.
Our
Yes.
customers are pampered.
Wow.
They are
Wow.
excited
Wow.
about the service we deliver to them.
That's actually very exciting to hear.
Yes.
Yes. You are really customer centric.
Are you a customer?
No, not
What are
yet.
you waiting for?
Exactly, because you've actually sold yourself to me. Like,
Hey, sister,
right from here,
buying
we'll
into
open
it.
an account.
Right after
Right
this conversation,
Open an
you're
account.
becoming a customer that will be spoiled and pampered.
Okay.
It's called the UMB advantage.
UMB advantage. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, any final words to anyone watching in case they are contemplating to, of joining this great, event
Master
next year?
Okay, so City Business Olympics is really important to for those of us who want to prioritize health and wellness. We get to unwind, network, tease each other, like I said. So I think if you sat on the fence and you didn't want to participate, this is the time for you to, prepare your team so that next year, when they open the, nominations or the participation slots, you just sponsor or participate, whatever you want to do. I think it's a very important corporate event that all corporate institutions should be a part of.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And I would say come join us on the speed side when it comes to UMB. We serve our customers with speed, with passion, with excellence, with a lot of ethics, and also with diligence. So come to the speed side.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies and
Thank
gentlemen.
you.
We've been speaking to Edem Naite, who's the UMB Head of Corporate Communications, and Faustina Ya Apia, a Manager, Internal and External Relations at UMB. And it's all about the City Business Olympics. And if you don't know, they were one of our sponsors. I want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of them for holding us down and being part of this great event for the corporate world. Right now, it's time for us to get into our communities. This time, we're going to Elubu, and we are focusing on the Elubu Government Hospital, which is fully furnished but underutilized because health professionals reject postings in the hospital. And note that this hospital is one that serves people in and around its environs. This is actually a problem, and we would like to talk about it. Anyway, let's watch this report, and when we come back, we'll have a conversation on that.
Elubu, being the largest town on Ghana's western border with Ivory Coast, has a large population of residents, travelers, customs and immigration personnel. To address their health needs, this 65-bed capacity Elubu Government Hospital was commissioned in 2023 with modern equipment. The facility attracts Ivorian patients from across the border. However, briefing the Western Regional Minister on the hospital's operations, the medical superintendent of the facility and the administrator both said, although it has space for 120 personnel, refusal of health professionals to take up postings at the hospital is affecting its operations, a situation they partly blamed on accommodation problems at the hospital.
Initially, about 30 staff were posted to us, but for some reason we cannot explain. As soon as they hear Elubu, they all stay back. But notwithstanding, our staff number is so small. And the way things happened, I had to work 24 hours. And the next manager, she had to work 24 hours because in a new facility. And the Ivorians were trooping in, and they would just, anytime, midnight, once they heard about the facility, people were just coming.
Some of the functional units, we recently opened the theater. Some of them remain closed. You see, most of the machines there are state-of-the-art machines that will need trained personnel to be able to use them. And these people are not accepting postings to this place because of the accommodation challenges.
The Western Regional Minister, Joseph Nelson, who was disappointed about the refusal of health personnel to Elubu, expressed concern over why the Ghana Health Service continues to pay such personnel.
It beats my mind why anybody in that sector is transferred to a facility and says that I want to go, and the person remains in the system, continues to take salary, and I don't get it. You have overstaffing in some places, and then
Even in the health
you
center.
go to another place, we don't have staff. Those who have the responsibility to, take decisions about these persons, what are they doing?
Meanwhile, immigration officials also briefing the Minister on Border Operations complained about how trucks carrying chemicals for mining explosives have to park dangerously in the Elubo town while being processed due to lack of parking places for them.
Côte d'Ivoire, they import a lot of explosives for mining purposes through our ports. And whenever they get here, explosives are very technical to handle. So when they get here, the documents have to be scrutinized very well and checked, and it takes a bit longer time than normal clearance. And all this while the cars containing the explosives would have to be necessarily parked in town, sometimes among the vehicles that are lined up to cross the border. And we think it's a very, very, very big danger that we are running.
The Western Regional Minister, Joseph Nelson, in response, called on the Elubo District Chief Executive to ensure proper parking for such trucks carrying explosive chemicals.
The one we had at our PAT, just one truck, and we all know of the effect. And so I think that this is a danger that we must avert. And usually with us, it's firefighting. We wait till we know the danger, but we wait till something happens, and then we start running around, to solve it. So once this one has been flagged as, something we need to deal with because of, how dangerous these chemicals are.
So that was a report filed by Akwesi Eje Enim, Western Regional Correspondent or Bureau Chief in that area. And he brought us that report that health workers do not want to work in the Elubo Government Hospital. But let's ask him why. Akwesi is joining us live via phone for us to have conversations on this so that we understand into details why these health workers wouldn't want to go there. Is it because it's a far place? I checked on Google Map, I think three days ago or 2 days ago, and it's like 7 hours 30 minutes drive from Accra to Elubo.
It's almost Côte d'Ivoire.
Yes, so like the border town, then you're in time to Côte d'Ivoire. Akwesi, good morning.
Good morning, Philip.
I trust you're doing well.
Very well.
Let me ask you, why don't the health workers want to go to the Elubo Government Hospital?
Well, Philip, generally, change is a difficult thing for most people. When you happen to work at a place, you get a bit accustomed with the environment, and then transfer comes in. It comes with some kind of discomfort. Having to change your comfortable zone for a new place. So that is something that is general for everybody. But beyond that, transfers are normal things that we see across the public sector and then even the private sector. And when they do happen, workers are expected to actually respect that. But in this case, it is not happening. And as narrated by the medical superintendent at the place. Elubo is seen as one of the remotest communities in the region because of the distance between that place and the regional capital, which is Takrady, talking of Western region. And
how many hours drive from Takrady to Elubo?
If you have a very good car, you should be able to do it within 2 hours, 30 minutes.
Okay.
You should be able to do 2 hours, 30 minutes, 3 hours. You should be able to do it. That is from Takrady. But it's a very busy, it's a very big place because of the border operations over there. That is the last point of contact with Ivory Coast. If you're living here or coming from Ivory Coast to Ghana, that is the last border on that part of the region. And because of that, you have a lot of activities happening there. I mean, you have the immigration officers, you have the customs, the GRA officials, which all attract people. One of the concerns that we gathered from the health people, personnel who spoke to us behind the scene, they didn't have the authority to speak to us. They told us that they have difficulties with accommodation. I mean, the hospital that was actually inaugurated or commissioned in 2023, a beautiful hospital with all the facilities that you need, didn't come with, residential accommodation for staff. And so they have to stay very far away. And a lot of them also do have difficulty getting accommodation. But don't forget, this is a problem that you hear teachers even make. Complaints that teachers also make. Everywhere you go, they complain about people having to look for their own accommodation to be able to actually work. And but looking at the peculiar nature of health delivery, you expect to see health personnel actually living close to the facility. But the hospital didn't come with this, residential accommodations. One of the concerns that the health personnel that we spoke to told us off camera. But beyond that, there is that general reluctance for people to actually go there when they are transferred to.
This is a very beautiful edifice from what we are seeing on TV. Is it that the property or the facility, when it was constructed, they didn't foresee that nurses or health workers would have to stay in the area and work? And what has the medical director been telling you people? Is it that accommodation in the area, you aren't able to get it easy or it's expensive? Which is which?
I think, some of these facilities, just like schools, they usually have to come with quarters for staff. But you look around the country, generally most facilities do not have at all or have a few accommodation for staff. Not long ago, we had the same issue with the Takrade Hospital, which today they have actually received some accommodation, but even with that one, it's not enough. And that is the situation with that facility. I'm told that facility didn't come at all with any accommodation facility for staff, the general staff, and that is where it's concerning. I'm wondering whether the original contract or project outlook actually factored that in there and it was removed. I think it's something that the health directorate would have to be able to speak to, whether they didn't think of where they have to actually accommodate these people who are expected to come and work over there. But for now, that is the complaint that we had from health personnel, nurses that we spoke to off camera.
All right, and what is the number of people that they are lacking right now?
Well, according to the superintendent, he said that in general staff, they are looking at a capacity of 120 people to be there. And the last request they made, they had about 35 people being, nurses being transferred to the place. But according to the superintendent, most of them didn't come. And these people still find themselves on the payroll of the Ghana Health Services. And meanwhile, their services are actually needed at the place, and they didn't come. So the question is, how come they didn't come? And why are we still accommodating those people, wherever they find themselves? Because I'm sure there was proper assessment done that paved way for those people to be transferred to the facility. And so if they don't come, then it means the rationale for which they were transferred there is still, persistent. It's still standing, and that must be actually addressed. Those vacancies must be actually addressed.
Right. So does the hospital ever have situations whereby there are more patients than the workers can actually handle?
What I gather from the administrator is that because of the limited staff they have and certain special hands that they don't have, some of the facilities are not, some of the units are not running the way they should be running. And so you could have certain equipment that are there, but there's no officer to actually use that facility. And so they are underutilizing the equipment, the tools over there because the specialized hands that they need are not in the facility.
And do you have an idea of what are some of the special hands that they need?
I don't matter. I can't. In fact, this was a general statement that he made, and so we didn't really get. I'm sure when we get him, I mean, he'll be able to give us the specifics as to what exactly the services that are, I mean, not taking place because of the fact that we don't have professionals to run those facilities and those units.
Okay.
Anyway, before you take leave of us, what are some of the pressing demands of the facility? Is that now that it was commissioned in 2023 new, the only thing they want is staff, then that they are sorted, and also with accommodation, and that is it?
Well, I mean, for now, what stands out or what comes out is the fact that, I mean, they need more hands. And that will have to be ensured, by maybe starting with how those people will be accommodated. And so that is, for me, there wasn't any issue of, I mean, complaints about a breakdown of equipment and all that. But beyond that, you know, the story happens to be a composite story where the regional minister's call also took us to the inspection of the operations of the border officials, the immigration, the GRA officials. And one other outstanding concern that came there was the fact that when trucks and motorists, get there and they are being processed, it takes a while. And in the midst of that, we have trucks carrying, chemicals that have the potential to explode, being packed there for days because the processing is not completed. And these trucks find themselves parking actually in the Lubo town, and that becomes a danger. It poses a danger to the community. So when this concern was actually raised, the regional minister was not happy with it because he knows not long ago we encountered the issue with Apiati, where chemicals, got exploded. Explosives meant for the mining sector. And these chemicals, I'm told, are chemicals used for the mining explosion. And so there is the need for a specialized car parking place to be created far away from the community, such that even if there's an explosion, it wouldn't have any impact on the community. So that was another issue that we encountered at the Elubo border with the immigration office. The immigration officers also complain about they having to use makeshift structures. They don't really have proper structures for accommodation and for their offices. And so those were some of the other issues that we encountered at the Elubo border.
Akwesi, thank you so much for your time. We are grateful for joining us. Akwesi Ejedim is our Western Regional Bureau Chief, and he brought us that story from Elubo, where authorities of the Elubo Government Hospital, they say that a persistent refusal of health personnel to accept posting to the facility has left key units and modern equipment underutilized. The medical superintendent of the 65-bed hospital, Dr. Zakaria Musa, raised the concerns during a visit by the Western Regional Minister, Joseph Nelson. That was on Sunday, September 28. He explained that although the facility is new, well-equipped, and even attracts patients from neighboring Ivory Coast, operations are being hampered by a shortage of staff. Elubo, the capital of the Jomoro municipality and the largest town on Ghana's western border with the Ivory Coast, has a large population made up of residents, travelers, as well as customs and immigration personnel. To meet their health needs, the Elubo Government Hospital was commissioned in 2023 with modern infrastructure. The hospital has a capacity of 120 staff, but both medical superintendent and the hospital administrator noted that the continued refusal of postings is crippling its operations, partly due to lack of adequate accommodation for personnel. So, Chris, like it was stated in the hospital is there. It is functional.
A beautiful one.
It's very beautiful. Like the colors really make sense.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, the colors really make sense.
This is the sort of hospital that when you go, you're comfortable.
You enter, you're like,
A trust the work.
This is the hospital I want to be in. You know, we've had conversations on health facilities here. We've gone to the northern part of the country.
Yeah.
Spoken on people in need of health facilities, people in need of the infrastructure and all that. But with this, I think it's no problem. Reason is, if an amount of money can be raised and put up quotas for the health practitioners, for the doctors, for the nurses, and say, hey, we can accommodate about 50 of them, and we are going to find ways and means to maybe take it from their salaries or deduct it gradually from their salaries. People want to go there because I if not for work, I would say that I prefer staying on the countryside than in the city, or staying in an area where you would always sort of be busy, go up and down and all that. But if you are in an area like Elubo, and this hospital was commissioned in 2023, so it tells you that the machine or the equipment or whatever they are using there are still fresh, and things are still new. The facility is still new. Look at where the Western Regional Minister entered. This is I think a ward. This should be like a private ward. And it's just a beautiful place that when you enter and all that. So why can't we make good use of this facility? Why can't you put it into good use and just leave it for it to rot, and in the near future we come and say we need money to buy a lot more equipment or renovate the place and all that? The Ghana Health Service should find a way to send nurses there, but the nurses will definitely reject the postings if they know that I'm going there to suffer and I don't have a place to stay. And
I think the issue of accommodation should be taken seriously, because it's not easy on anyone, especially going to a new place where you haven't ever been before, all in the name of posting and I'm going to work, and now having to start looking for your own accommodation yourself, it can be a little daunting. I think it's important to, when we are putting up edifices like this, beautiful structures and beautiful hospitals like this, it's important to also ask, okay, those who are going to work here, do they live in this area? If they don't live in this area, we have to find a way to make accommodation for them. Because I was going to also say, okay, fine, let's focus on the people, the health workers that live in the area. You understand? But at the end of the day, too, it does not work like that. It does not work like that at all.
So that's it. That's that story we are bringing you, Lubu. The Ghana Health Service, please get the issue resolved. The Ministry of Health, get the issue resolved. Or whichever authority is in charge, get the issue resolved, so that at least nurses will go there. We know a lot of nurses that have completed, student nurses that have completed and are in that need of work. But this is where we'll say we will end the show, but we will have to cross over to Parliament, because the Fisheries Ministry is appearing before the Public Accounts Committee. Mind you, yesterday the Health Ministry was there, but today is a turn of the Fisheries Ministry. Let's bring you that feed now from Parliament.
My name is Rosemary Abbey, Director of Finance and Administration.
Good morning. My name is Mubarak Idris, the Internal Auditor of the Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture.
Okay, Honorable Minister, you have one infraction, which is on paragraph 1772, and Honorable Nasa AJ will take care of that infraction.
Honorable Chair, we were left with one introduction.
Who is that, please?
Honorable Chair, my name is Reverend Solomon Otu, Financial Controller,